but he wasn't like as committed to the cause, so he didn't go off and build like a sixth Gundam, which I think would have been cool.
Yeah.
He's high all the time. Can you imagine what kind of Gundam he'd come up with?
Oh, it would have been sick.
Well, I do like the
G
bridge.
Gundam.
I do like in the Bridge series where they poke and make fun of like it got canceled. They put all the like okay, so I think it's second episode of Wing, right? Dead Scythe. No, it's the second episode, or the first. Forget which one.
Right.
But Dead Scythe finds it and he's like, oh.
All right, everybody, it's time once again to start up the Blue Frame Perfect Grade. From daban, brought to you by Gundam Kingdom. We've got the legs almost finished up. Let's go ahead and get started. We've got a bunch of people in VC tonight. We've even got Joey Ganoda himself. So let's get back into it.
Who the self-destruct button is.
Well, it was supposed to be a subconscious way of being. We are united as
Yeah.
unification
Yep.
colony people.
Also,
Yep.
the Dead Scythe and Wing are so close that you can literally jack parts from the Dead Scythe without a
All the-
manual.
all 5 of the Gundams are.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's that fun episode where Hiro spends all night stealing parts off of the
Yes.
just newly repaired Death Scythe to fix up his
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that. It's
And
just,
as he's flying away, he's cackling to himself.
Well, it kind of shows you, like, especially with the Death Scythe Hell and the Wing Zero custom. One's the devil, one's the angel, which they're both devils, actually.
No, Death Scythe is more like the angel of death. I would say Epion's much more like,
Yeah.
like demon.
Well, I mean, it was the devil gun.
Yeah.
That's a different
That's a-
series.
yeah.
No, it was originally the Devil Gundam, and then for the Western,
No, that
they
you're
changed
thinking-
the name
you're-
of it.
Oh, I do know the Devil Gundam, or the Dark Gundam. They had to change its name for US release.
Yeah.
no, they did it for Wing too. When it was coming over the Western, because it was right at that tail end of a bunch of religious stuff. When it came over, they changed Death Scythe's original name from the Devil Gundam.
No,
to-
you're close. It was Death Scythe Hell. That was the first issue with the religious groups. So they started changing all the toy packaging to just Death Scythe H. When G Gundam came over, they changed the Devil Gundam to Dark Gundam.
And the God Gundam too. Sure.
But they
And
left
the
the
God-
God Gundam as God Gundam.
No,
They
they
changed-
didn't. The God Gundam was actually the first one to get hit by that, thanks to Walmart. And so they changed that one, and then it's when the Death Scythe Hell came over. It was the second case of it before the religious groups went wild. They temporarily had to change the names, and God Gundam went to Burning Gundam. And I
Yes.
think, correct me if I'm wrong, but Death Scythe Hell stayed quiet for a while before they brought it back.
Well, so you have to remember that Gundam Wing aired on Toonami originally in the year 2000. The action figures started coming over in 2001. G Gundam didn't hit until 2004. And
we got even though G Gundam is the older one.
yeah,
It actually came over after Wing.
yeah. So Walmart was involved with the Death Scythe Hell marketing being changed to Death Scythe H. And so that was in late 2001, like right around Christmas time, they started having to change the packaging. And then when 2004 came and we got G Gundam, they preemptively changed Devil Gundam to Dark Gundam and God Gundam to Burning Gundam. So we all had you all have like the facts correct, just not the timing.
You gotta remember, I'm doing this all based off of memory.
I'm doing it
Same
all
with me. I'm
meters of
doing it based.
obsession.
I only found out the story about the God Gundam last year, I think, for some self-research.
Oh yeah. It was really fun when Build Fighters Try first started getting really popular, and everyone's like, "Oh, the Burning Gundam! Wait a minute, that's not the Burning Gundam I grew up with." And there was a lot of explaining that had to be done.
Right.
Apparently, the writers of the series they didn't even know that America changed God Gundam to Burning Gundam.
Well,
That's
there's a lot of translation changes that happened that Japan was not aware of until many years later. Just as a side example, Robotech, Robotech versus Macross is a just it is a mess that Japan was not aware of until like I think it was like the late 2010, 2010 or after 2010 is when they finally realized that Robotech that had been sent over to the States in the 80s, you know, had been completely butchered and completely butchered. Whole new lines designed for it, whole new scenes changed. So
well, that's what they get for licensing out to a third party. With Gundam in the early days, there was Bandai Entertainment America, so they were actually technically still a separate company, but they were closely affiliated. So that's why they had a little bit more control over everything. But they still didn't communicate very well when they had to change things for the American market.
So Japanese to English can be difficult sometimes with certain.
And what's up, Ajax? We got a lot of guys in the VC tonight. We've also got Joey with us, so yeah, a lot of people today.
They still have translation issues.
Yes, done it. We should be getting the legs done today. And hello, Mecha Okami. Should be getting the legs done today. We've got the whole inner frame ready to go. Just have to get armor over frame, and we've got a bunch of guys in the VC. So if you're on Twitch or in the Discord, we do got a full-blown conversation going on today. We've got Joey Ganota and a bunch of the other guys from the Hangar Bay as well in, and we are having a blast. Let's get back to them.
Like the model kit, they still call it the Devil Gundam, but it's so hard to find them.
They do now. They did back in the day.
Right.
Well, now that it's quiet. Hi guys.
Yeah, kind of. Joey was going for a long time, and man, did we not hear you sneak in like we usually do?
Oh, I watched. I watched him come in.
Yeah.
I did too. I didn't want to interrupt what was going on.
Oh yeah, I haven't been able to get a word in edgewise at all in the last 20 minutes. So.
Hey, I enjoyed coming in hearing someone talk about Wing. That was cool.
Right. Oh, sweet, done it. We are actually in the general. For some reason, we're in general. For some reason today.
It's okay. We don't have anybody that doesn't vibe right now.
Yeah. So we're pretty safe at the moment.
But no, I'm looking for
community. We can stay out in the general chat.
Yeah, it's just scary.
We just go about this stream chat.
Hopefully Phobos will get
Move
on
along.
here again.
Move along.
You guys didn't get to have the fun conversations we were having with him this morning, so.
Oh, Phobos was on?
Yeah, he just joined.
Ooh, I missed that.
Mostly mod chat.
02 dancing on your stream.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, and Leo's here.
I thought I was seeing things for a minute.
No, sir, you're not seeing things.
No, Dobbs is trying to do that clickbait kind of, watch the dancing waifu, don't pay attention to me.
First trap.
Yes.
No. I'm posting nerd traps.
Nerd traps. I like it.
Oh, you got me.
Let's see.
What?
Oh, okay, so we're almost on these.
Wait, was this
4
thing
miles.
really? Was built the Ultimate Gundam was created in the space colony. So they were gonna enter this.
You were nerd trap. Well, I mean, in theory.
They were gonna enter the freaking Ultimate Devil, whatever we want to call it, Gundam into the tournament. Those. Wow. They really didn't care about their Earth.
Oh, I hear that, Ajax. I hear that a lot. Trust me, my voice plus whatever the fuck bug I picked up is killing me right now.
Has anybody built the Devil Gundam? Like the Gunpla?
No.
No, sir.
No.
I have it. I know I've opened it up to inspect it, but I don't think I built it yet.
Joey, don't take this the wrong way, but what do you not have?
You'd be surprised what I don't have. Like, there's a lot of Gundam models that I don't have. Like, I probably only have a quarter of what Bandai has actually produced. It's
Damn.
Okay. Can you hear me here, Joey?
Yeah.
Would you happen to have a Johnny Ridden 2.0 Master Grade?
I have a TT Hongmei knockoff.
Do you have a Grandpa Master Grade?
Which one?
I just need. I'll say this. I want to build the Double Gundam for my display. Put them on display. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna get that. But I've been building every single grade of the Grandpa, and I need a Master Grade and a Perfect Grade. I can start doing all these videos on what different parts of grades do they really pay attention to on, like, details, like SDs.
Hey, I've got a 78-5 if you want it.
What is a 78-5?
The Mark
Uh,
5. Yeah.
No, it's not the Mark V. So the 78-5 is the fifth Gundam in the original Gundam line, like production line.
Oh.
It's the one with the Mud Rock. Its partner unit is the 04. What? The Thoroughbred. That's it. It's from a side story called the Thoroughbred. If you have a PlayStation 2 and you have access to the game Encounters in Space, you actually can unlock that whole side story and play with those units.
Wow.
Okay, so it is okay. So that is close. It's just different enough to be like. No.
Actually, Joey, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you have the Iron-Blooded Orphans Gushin / Gushin Rebake?
Not that I know of. I can only find a PG ones. Yes. Do you know if they make a full armor expansion set for the pack for the MG uniform without buying the full kit? No, I do not. You usually have to buy a full armor itself, either the high grade, real grade, or the master grade, and then there is a upgrade for the perfect grade, as Mecha Okami has said. I don't know of one specifically standoffish. Even on the third-party route, there really isn't for the unicorn.
There's
Are you guys talking
yes.
You guys are talking the full mechanics?
Yeah,
Well,
it was before they called it the full mechanics.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're talking like the first generation of the full mechanics, like the original Barbatos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just called
I
it-
have all of those except for I have all of them except for the Gushin / Gushin Rebake and the third of the full mechanics, the blue one. I don't remember what its name is.
The Schwarble?
frame-
Or the Vidar.
Vidar. The Vidar.
Uh,
But,
yeah, the inner frames are not perfectly interchangeable between the two. I gotta find it again. There was a picture post up on Facebook that I had favorited. Of course, Facebook has changed all their stuff around again.
Yeah.
But it shows how to modify the Barbatos' inner frame to accommodate the Goujian armor.
just curious because I know a buddy that's looking for it, but I'm also, now that I know it exists, I'm also trying to keep an eye out for it to add to my collection. Yeah, I don't want to spend the like $150 people are asking for it right now.
Yeah. I would say as soon as the Japan economy stabilizes a little bit more, they'll probably start doing more reissues of older stuff. So,
That's what I assumed as well, but my buddy's all gloom and doom on that, so.
I mean,
Oh, wait, my Neo's Neon reprint.
I was so mad that P. Bandai teased us that they were going to put up the red Neo Xeon, and then they took it
Yeah, right. Never built a PG yet. Hopefully, I'll find one soon that I cannot buy. Seeing in stock right now, I can never before out of stock. Yeah, like this one, I think we only had 2 or 3 of these in stock at Gundam Kingdom, and they're only about $130 for this specific blue frame. And I wouldn't doubt they're almost probably gone by now because they're a sought-after kit with the Astrays, and this has been a really nice build, and we've been advertising it for a while now.
Thing freezes, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
No, I'm on an active buying freeze.
I wish you all the best of luck in self-control.
I don't know what self-control is at all.
Joey, I have a 3D printer.
Yeah.
I don't buy them anymore. I just make them.
I just, golly, every time I say, you know what, I really need to save up for, I don't know, something, anything but Gundam, it's always like, yeah, but I can make an exception for this kit, and that one, and that one, and that one.
Literally, the Neo Xeon is the only other dream kit that I have.
Oh, I have so many.
My first one was my Endless Waltz Wing Zero Custom PG. Then it was my Dendro and the Neo Xeon. Those are my 3 dream kits.
I want the 2010 Gundam Expo. I think that was 2010. It's the Heine Wustenfluss colored Master Grade Destiny Gundam full Extreme Blast mode. Comes with parts and it's got the orange. The thing is I would buy just a normal Destiny Master Grade and paint it. In fact, I have one that I can paint it, but the beam effect parts are molded in like this cool sparkly yellow that you just can't recreate with paint.
The only other one that I would possibly make an exception for is the Chinese colored Sazabi.
Oh,
and that's just because I'm addicted to Sazabi.
Joey,
Not that anybody can tell.
Quick question: have you seen the news about the new Perfect Grade Unleashed limited coating or special coating that they're doing?
Yeah, I'm.
What are your thoughts? Because I'm on it. I like how it looks, but that price tag for me.
Yeah, that's something that I would never actually purchase.
Oh
wow.
Yeah, $1,200 pearlescent fucking Gundam.
Right.
Well, they also released one
a
little bit. I don't know if you're talking about the same one, but it's the one that's like it's like a titanium finish, purple to green, like color changing paint.
Yep.
Which looks gorgeous. I think it's actually a China release as well.
Yes, it is. It's the China release PG. It was the exact one I'm referring to.
Thing is like, if I really took the time to do it, I've done color change paint before. I could paint one myself. It's just a hassle. It's a lot of surface prep to make sure it's perfectly smooth.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope at some point they print the Taurus.
Oh man,
Can I just get a perfect grade, like just any perfect grade other than a fucking unicorn on the shelf right now?
Right.
I'd even take a unicorn. I just want to get. Actually, my dream perfect grade is actually one of the more cheaper ones.
How about if they do?
EP01.
How about if they do the heavy arms grunts?
Shit.
The serpent?
No, not the serpent.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about.
No, back to that one.
They were guard units. They were guard units in, what do they call that? TNs something. Hang on.
Sorry, I had to go and find that part. Mainly build MGs with a handful of issues and RGs. Yeah, I can see that. As I've done Built the MG, no, the MG Unicorn, but not the MGX. The MGX is just a full armor Verka without the with the LED lighting kit. It's really nothing special. That's not the gunplay experience, right? If you gotta love it when the smallest pieces go flying across the room. Yep, and I had to go on my hands and knees and fine. I cannot wait to go live on my stream build. Right, about to get about 350 give or take though. Nice, thank you for the fire. Thank you for the, we'll call them bits because that's basically what they are.
I still want to masturbate, Leo.
At least you admit.
If you have enough of an obsession, you can be patient for anything.
Right.
Just like I want, for me right now, I want to get myself a perfect grade Zaku 2, and I want to throw a perfect grade Goof custom conversion kit on it.
Oh, yeah. Dobbs, did you cry when I posted that freaking perfect grade goof that freaking Kingdom has right now?
You know which kid I hope they make? They won't. But
I have good news for Dobbs. I can actually save him money.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he wants to do the SH Studio Goof. SH Studio just released the resin frame for the Goof. So you don't have to buy the perfect grade and convert it.
See, what Goof I will really want is Fat Goof.
Yeah.
It takes that $300 perfect grade and makes it $60.
The Zaku 2 perfect grade can only be about $100 if you find the right place.
I'm Canadian.
Okay.
And the scalper pricing.
And conversion after that for me.
Well,
But,
yeah, that's fair.
You guys are forgetting about the most important thing.
What's that?
Fat Goof. There's only one Goof that needs to be made, and that is Fat Goof.
I would like to see if Rumble Raw could get a master grade.
I thought he did.
The R35 Goof master grade? That'd be sick.
Okay. So that's
God
what I do.
damn it.
There are so many build series master grades that they could do, and they just don't.
There really are.
Dobbs, I'm trying to find this for you, and I hate you because I just saw that they have. Oh, never mind, it's 100. Forget what I said.
I thought the master grade Goof that they had was Ramba's, and the other one was the 08 MS Team Goof Custom.
Oh yeah, I think they were talking about the R35 from Build Fighters and Build Fighters Try.
No, I'm talking about the one from Origins.
Oh, okay. So the
Yep.
so the Goof like the test type unit.
Hang on,
The-
hang on.
All right. I gotta cut these polycaps because they fucking suck.
I just wish we got more.
This one.
Hang on, let me enlarge you. Oh, the
Oh
Bagoo.
wow, raid coming in from where?
Yeah, the
Cheeks, thank
boo-boo.
you for the raid. Did not see that. 747. Yes, thank you, Mississippi Chicks for the
That's
raid.
the one I want to see as a master. I would like to see as a master.
I would like to see a Bagoo as the master grade as well. Have any of you been able to watch Kukuru's Domes Island?
All right. Don't press too hard, file in one direction. Right. Yes. For the most part. I will agree on that. I'm going to mute them for just a second. And looking up, looking down, looking all around. And always check your fitments. I will tell you that too, Jared. For using glass files, got a razor glass file today. Yeah. Don't press too hard. Also watch your angle when you're going. Try to angle with the piece or the direction that the piece might be on, because you can flatten out parts if you're not going the right angle with your file. I've done it. It won't look bad, but when you look at it, you'll be like, shit, I did the wrong way on that. It will be like a big flat spot. and be slow and take your time. The slower you go, the better things can always look. Going too fast can make your day a living hell.
All the different settings that was put in.
Right.
Oh, and then the fact that there's a whole prequel series to the OG series that doesn't make any sense because there shouldn't be any of that.
Wait, what are you complaining about?
Wait, you forgot.
Oh,
the
I'm
most
not
important-
complaining. I'm just stating.
No, I was honestly confused about what you're saying because
It totally could have happened because we have Fat Goo. That's all you need. That's all explains all.
So what are you confused about, Joey?
all of that. Tell me about how it all doesn't fit into a year first.
Well, I guess with a lot of the stuff dropping from space, but still, I mean, so it doesn't fit in a year with the actual statistics of how you would be able to transport.
Who came in?
Like, I'm not talking about like
Okay,
the original series. I'm talking about the universe's 1 Year War original.
I'll try and build every day, even if it's just one arm or wear one piece. Yes, that is so true. I get maybe 2 or 3 hours on the weekdays, which is Tuesday and Monday. I take Wednesdays and Thursdays off because I have to. I gotta walk away once in a while. And then it's just trying to get through parts. Like this is taking not even that long because we're just straight building this kind of with a lot of heavy panel lining, which we'll get into as soon as I get into that. But it's a lot of small things that make the time go fast. Like I'm even taking apart the red frame. He's going to be taken apart and redone up as well. Even though I hate this one, but I'm going to go through and do a lot of re-detailing on it as well. Because there was a lot I didn't do back in the day when I built my original red frame perfect grade.
You know, have you ever flown from one side of the country to the other?
I've flown from Alaska here to Germany, and it took like 10 hours direct flight.
Yeah,
Not a problem, man. And thank you for the raid. Every little bit helps.
that flight. But I think more to the point of what you might be talking about as far as like the time frames is how do you get mobile suits manufactured in Jaburo all the way out into space near the moon's orbit within like a month?
Right.
Like that does sound a little bit unrealistic, but of course this is
Not without launching it without proper testing anyway.
Well, it's that, but it's also what I was bringing up is even just the statistics of moving them around the world, because it's a worldwide war that happens in a year. Like just the logistics of developing, producing, moving GMs, Gundams, and everything else to like the war in Africa or off to Australia, or now mind you, it's the future, suspense of disbelief. They probably do have low orbit flights where they can just pop them up into low orbit and drop them back down, which would be quicker. But also, you're fighting a war, so they're probably trying to pop those low orbit flights out of the sky, like all those the colony series. The colony forces are trying to pop those low orbits. So I mean, it's just statistically, it doesn't make sense.
Well, they got what?
Like from a
They got what? BP-01 and BP-02 made in like what, 3 months?
Yeah.
Like these
And
guys,
it's just
if we're talking about just the original series, not all these weird side stories that are out ruining the timeline. So I don't know if I have enough time to do that.
here's the thing. So if we're just talking straight up,
Right.
just Armoro's adventure,
Yeah,
just the adventure of Armoro, right?
which takes place from September.
After I do that, I'm gonna go for the PG Unicorn with the LED kit and hope I'm at about 1,000 so I can go like, yeah, just keep making content. That's the best way to get that high too.
Boom, got it. Boom, got it. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
But then when you start tossing in the fact that it was a worldwide
yeah,
conflict, not just
Yeah.
in the little area that he traveled, it was a worldwide conflict on multiple continents with multiple people and multiple, things going on. There's just it had to stretch further than 1 year.
Well, okay, so We have the 1 week war, which is the first week in January. That's where Operation British takes place.
Yeah.
They launch the colony. It hits Sydney, Australia, and then they bring down other landing forces. Xeon landed in Australia, North America, and Africa. They didn't land anywhere else. They eventually, over a period of the first 6 months of the war, they were able to take over most of North America, into Europe, where Odessa is, Eurasia, that area, most of Africa, and then they were also starting to spread into Southeast Asia, which is why we have 8th MS Team, where the Kojima Battalion and most of the Federation, they're pretty well encamped. It's
Right.
the Xeon Force invading that area. So if you look at, because yes, it is quote unquote future space technology, I don't think it's too far fetched to say that a massive landing party in North America can take over that continent, take over Africa, and then from Australia and start to invade Southeast Asia. I don't think it's too.
About Xeon. Xeon makes complete. Yeah, I'm not talking about Xeon. Xeon makes complete sense on how they got everywhere as quickly as they did.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. They just dropped in from space. You just pick a point. You say, "Hey, I'm going to start traveling now, and I'll end up in Asia around the same time this other guy that travels a little bit faster is going to land in America."
Right.
That makes sense. Like dropping from space in makes sense. Them moving around, perfectly fine. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
The logistics of moving everything on Earth from the EDF, that doesn't make sense.
So that one is a bit more.
And let's see. Sosby and the V Gundam Real Grade. They're amazing. Yes, I can agree on the Sosby. I've not done the new Gundam just yet. I've done the the high new, but not the actual new itself. And why did my music stop playing? Because it literally stopped playing? Oh, that's weird. What happened there? Oh, because I switched scenes. That was weird. That was funny. I switched scenes somehow. And let's see. Except for the Verka set. Oh. Take your time on the Verkas. They need a lot of extra help. They will be more limited in articulation than the real grades, technically. They're just kind of nice shelf presence. Especially on the Sosby. It's a nice kit, but it's not as nice as the real grade in my mind. The real grade's so much more articulate than the Verka.
At Chevrolet in South America, and then also in space at Luna 2. They may have had a third production facility, but I don't recall for sure. But somehow, so in the last 3 months of the year, somehow they got a bunch of gyms from one place on Earth to retake North America, retake Europe and Eurasia and like Odessa, and then still somehow manufactured ground-type Gundams and ground-type gyms to send them to the jungles in Southeast Asia.
Actually, with 08 MS Team, I'll put this one out as an example. When Shiro, after his ground Gundam got damaged really bad, they didn't have replacement parts because they had no more ground Gundam to send them, because they only produced a small number of the ground Gundam specifically.
Yeah, they
and so
specifically for officers.
So they weren't producing those ones left and right. And the biggest example is when it got turned into the EZ-8, is because they didn't have any more spare parts for that, so they had to cobble together what they could to make it operational again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but I mean, it's still logistically, it just doesn't make sense.
So the only thing that the Federation has working for them in regards to how quickly they were able to mobilize these units and retake so much territory is that for decades and decades prior to this, they had been hoarding all
Let's see. I've been waiting to build my Hainu. It's the best. It's weird. It's weird in a good way, I have to say. It's weird in a good way because it feels like a master grade, like a miniature master grade. A lot of us have all kind of shared the same thing, that it just feels like it was a failed master grade or high res, and they just threw it to the real grade because it was just so small that it wasn't technically high grade size, but they could still call it 144 scale.
So, what I'm saying is the Federation did not actually have. They didn't have schematics. They had schematics for like up to 2 years prior to that is when they had schematics for it. Because, 0078 and 0079, they had schematics produced and ready to go, but they were still field testing it. They hadn't made them. The mass production of the GMs hadn't even begun to be a dream yet.
Oh man, I want the Charburger. I want the Charburger so badly. God, this is so railroading right now.
A 3-month period, they produced enough GMs and Gundams to replace other stuff, and then spread them across the world.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to believe that how quickly they were able to mobilize and produce so many.
And that's what I was saying. That's where I have the trouble with the logistics on the OG Gundam. And then you get into all the side stories that just mess up the timeline. Like the whole prototype Zaku thing from I think it's Igloo, or is it 00? I don't remember.
MS Igloo has a lot of the prototype side story stuff. And Gundam The Origin also has, them taking the mobile workers to turn them into fighting machines and develop it from there.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying is like when you start getting into like Igloo's like a pre. It's like a
Igloo is like it's a prequel to the series, but it still takes place during the 1 year war, because the original series starts in September, so we still have 8 months of stuff we could fill in with whatever, which is why they started doing the Igloo thing. But also, Igloo introduces mobile suits that were not around yet during the time that it's supposed to take place.
I know.
So I don't like to think of Igloo as canon, but then again, Bandai's stance has always been, if it's animated, it's official. They don't have the word canon in Japanese, so they say it's official. And official could just mean like it took place, maybe not in the same universe technically.
That's what I'm saying is like when you start looking at it in that aspect, like logistically speaking, it's very hard to believe that it only was a year. It's one of those things like having been deployed for the military and done stuff, like it's very hard to believe that all happened in a year. Logistically speaking and everything, it's just very hard to be like, I don't know, man. It's like moving a single Gundam is bigger than moving a single tank, and it takes a single tank, X amount of time to travel from point A to point B.
Yeah, but imagine if we could load up tanks onto something like the White Base that had anti-gravity Minovsky particle technology.
But the White Base was an experimental.
Yeah, it was definitely the exception. Yeah,
it was an experimental craft.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying like you can't base everything off what Armoro, the Adventures of Armoro was.
Yeah.
Because they had experimental aircraft, they had experimental vehicles, they had
good.
All that sort of stuff. You got to base it off the logistics that we see in.
Yes, I am. I'm still building it. We're on the legs at the moment, and god damn, I'm hitting every button on the keyboard. Still getting the legs put together because it takes a long time. There's so many parts that go just into the inner frames. It's not even funny, especially on the legs. The arms, the chest, and the head are nothing compared to these legs. These legs have like at least 50 to 60 parts a piece, just in the little tiny things that you have to do to get the legs even working. It's a very weird build most of the time. Out of all of the Astrays I've built, it's one of the few that it's like it takes a long time to even get any distance on it. Let's see if they're still talking about that.
Hey, the logistics doesn't make sense. All right, well, unfortunately for you guys, I gotta go. I
No
will
problem.
leave you on that food for thought, though.
Thank you for the nerd talk. I really appreciate the conversation. That was fun.
Oh, I could do this forever, man. I've got lore.
Have a good night,
all sorts
Dustin.
of
I
things.
can't wait for your that package to show up.
Right.
All right,
There
You
will be
gentlemen all
an
have a good
there
night.
will be a video for it. Trust me.
thank you.
Later, dude.
Later.
Oh man, you guys have been going for a while. I've been actually talking to chat most of this damn time.
Sorry, I got
This is-
super obsessed with that.
He
Oh,
gets
shit,
that
I
way
missed a
sometimes,
lot
but
up in my chat. 16. I am so sorry. Oh shit.
no, this is a PG. Seed, yes. Let's see, is that an MG or PG? Yeah, it's a PG. It's a gigantic model. It's huge. Very large.
We're on Twitch. Take advantage of the Zaku. That was the last thing I read out. Side 6 had a secret Federation manufacturing facilities. I would imagine Ray had designed the GM unit and ensured the manufacturing was at full capacity before leaving for Side U to retrieve the B project units, or sorry, Side 7. Bandai Weird for canon, the GO4 and the GO5 are canon, but not the GO6. Murdoch is not. Gundam Pixie is not, but Fred Reber is. Pixie is canon. Technically, in 8th MS team, the Feds had already deployed the GM types before Garm died. First episode had Garma's funeral playing at the end.
Right. And I need to get the 2.0 myself. I'm also looking at getting the Dragon Momoko or the daban at some point myself.
He's mixing a lot of sources, which is great because he's trying to consolidate what's out there. I would like to know what source shows that there is a Federation mobile suit facility on Side 6.
I think they meant Side 7.
So Side 7 didn't have manufacturing. They were only a testing facility.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought they just had one or two. I mean, of course, the one that happened. If we're going off Amuro's story, that was just a straight testing facility.
Yeah.
And then there was one more that was a testing facility too. I don't remember anything about a manufacturing facility in one of the sides.
I don't know any of this, so that's why I've been like.
That's good. I had issues with mine because I was doing a full custom wiring kit, and man, that engineering get in the way of doing anything custom with it. But a straight build, it should come out pretty good.
I've been missing stuff in my TikTok chat.
Oh, dude, I've been having to go back and forth.
Thank you, Dobbs, for reading off his comments and adding to the conversation.
Oh man.
See,
Oh,
my
that's
thing
heavy.
is, you guys are forgetting about the most important detail of everything. Fat Goof makes things happen.
Oh boy. Back.
What is
And on that note, I'm going to get some coffee.
what
What
is Fat Goof? Can you please enlighten me on the Fat Goof meme?
It was Fat Goof is one of the scenes with Ramba in his suit fighting against Amuro, and the animation was off. So basically, the Goof looks like a little fat dwarf in a scene.
Okay, actually, I think I know exactly what scene you're talking about.
Yeah.
I love it. Fat Goof. It's its own unit now.
Yep. And the YouTube upload of it, if you look up Fat Goof, like the person's trying to like stay quiet, and like halfway through it, he starts busting up.
Oh shit.
And every time Fat Goof goes up in the air, it becomes normal Goof.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's even worse.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, I've watched the video like 400 times more than I probably have needed to watch it.
Right.
But it gets funnier every single time. He's like, Fat Goof.
God
Oh,
damn. I wish I was more versed in UC. I can barely talk about some of the other series. I'm just surprised that they haven't made Red Frame canon yet, because it does not still have an animation yet.
But I was gonna say Astray lore, you're on point about.
But you
yeah.
you forget about the
Vlad
most
and I-
important thing about with the Astrays. They don't have a fat goose.
No. I like UC lore and I like Astray lore, so that's where I stand.
And
See,
I wish
I'm-
they would just make an Astray anime finally.
See, I'm under the minority. I know the lore on Fat Goose, and that is
Oh my lord.
Jason, don't make me throw you out the airlock tonight.
He is the imposter.
He is, and he's doing it on purpose, which is funny.
So, Vlad, I've been searching my head off to try and find any more info on this, but apparently daban did a very short run of the Mars jacket full armor.
Yeah, I can't find any of the model kits at all. I went and looked for it. I could not find any.
I'm still looking for it, and I haven't even gotten a model number, so I don't know what kit it is. But I've found leads telling me or saying that it exists.
I've seen
And there,
artwork of it, but I have not seen a model kit.
yeah, and apparently there was only like 150 to like 200 made, something like that.
That means it's going to be
Only bit-
expensive if it even does exist.
Mars jacket. Is that the one that looks like Goof armor? Or
Yes,
Gelgoog armor?
Yeah.
Yes, it looks like the Gelgoog.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, I looked at that. I'm like, that is such a weird. This does not look like Red Frame. It's so weird.
It's because it's add-on armor.
Yeah.
I follow third-party announcements pretty closely, and I don't recall ever seeing.
Solely wrong. I saw Seed once years ago. We're actually watching through it, Ajax.
Yeah, I believe that.
Now, Red Frame is canon, but we're meaning the whole lore of Red Frame versus Astray versus Seed more, Ajax. There is a point in Seed somewhere I've heard that Lo actually makes an appearance and helps Kira at one point during Seed. We're still
That's during a side manga, yes.
it's during a side manga. It's not even in the main series. I heard that it was in
Yeah.
the main series itself.
I
No,
think what
there's
you're referencing, Vlad, is when they get to Orb,
Mm.
and he's actually building the OS for the Astray M1s.
Ah.
So there's two versions of the story where Lo saves Kira.
Ah.
All right,
Really?
I am back, and there's
Yeah.
more to read out for you here, Joey.
Yeah.
Side 6 mainly assembled components like they did for Alex, then shipped out the MS units. Apparently, they made the GM command parts. While never outright stated, it is heavily implied that the 008 anime explains why the colony had GM commands inside. Al even stated that he saw an MS that was black and the GM commands had black chests. So Al likely lied, I should say, sorry,
Right.
to impress his friends. It also possibly true since he did find the Alex containers in the same port he claimed he saw the MS at.
He was definitely lying. He didn't see any mobile suits before that. He went into the hangar and spotted the NT Alex because of his father's connections to the military there. But anyway, they might have had some sort of at least assembly facilities there. I don't think they actually did any manufacturing. But it wouldn't surprise me if Side 6 did slightly favor the Federation, since they tried to stay neutral and out of the war. But, they were already part of the Federation before that. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, Dobbs, I'm glad you came back. I wanted to make sure I got to say goodbye to you, because I am going to drop off. But I wait.
You have yourself a wonderful night.
Right.
You as well.
I will
Hope
see
you
you
all have a
later,
good night.
Joey.
Thank you for
Later,
the.
Joe.
Oh yeah.
Always
Any
appreciate
time, my man. Any freaking time.
Later.
Later, dude.
Later.
Bye, dude.
I should be more vocal, but I cannot even talk today. No, my throat hurts. like
Really,
hell.
Bob? That's a switch for you.
No shit. I literally, my vocal cords are about to tear themselves apart.
Hey,
Sounds like
freak
you
out.
might be getting.
We're talking about UC. I don't know shit about UC.
Free voiceover. Free voiceover, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Right.
Hey dude, just came over from Vlad's live. Thought I'd give you some love. You still working on the Supernova? Yeah.
Been working on that Supernova.
Yes, I am still working on the Supernova. I've been working on this build for almost 3 months now. This paint job has been kicking my ass every step of the way. This is a first attempt on digital army print, and it's been intense, but I've been loving it. I just can't wait to have it done and fully assembled on my shelf.
Right.
So, you don't have to do this right now, Vlad, but
Yo.
your overlay of building where like you got the page. On
Oh
the
yeah,
thing?
no, all I have to do is push like 2 buttons.
Okay, so they're scanned. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I was wondering how you were doing that. I kind of figured you have a separate
It's
camera.
image slideshow, and I use Cam Scanner to scan the books in.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, because I'm gonna have to do something like that for.
Really
Big green
easy to
boy
do.
like
It's a
that.
lot easier than you'd think. I tell you to use Cam Scanner because it will resize and it'll reposition the pictures for you, so you're not trying to do that with your camera. Took me years to figure that out.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that for the big green boy.
I got
Nice.
a nice little surprise today. My unicorn will be in Thursday.
Which unicorn?
It's the OVA.
Oh, okay,
unicorn
fun. I keep hearing that one has so much crap to it, but that's from Mecha Guy Kotsu and a lot of other freaking people I don't like, so maybe they're wrong and it's not as bad as it seems. It just takes some delicate hands to actually do stuff.
The only review I saw that people were having issues, and it's the cockpit area. And what they were having issues with was it was loose.
Oh
and a
no,
little
we
bit-
might have to use some glue on it. Oh no, whatever shall we do?
Or some clear nail polish. I mean,
Yeah.
you know what? Good heavens, what shall we ever do?
We actually have to build the model kit with a little bit of skill. Oh no. Whatever shall we do?
Right?
Wait,
I hate.
Yeah, I tell you what we do. Don't listen to Mecha's reviews.
Oh god, he puts so little effort into his stuff sometimes. It's not even funny.
is that the guy with the really, really long fingernails that he's from?
Yes.
Yes, that's Mecha.
He's only recently done that too. Like within the last year.
That seems weird to me.
Yeah, it's been
Like-
weird lately.
Like I can understand the right hand.
To each their own on that aspect.
Well, like classical.
Yeah, Blondie.
It's very common to have like long fingernails like that, but only on one hand because that's how they pick the string. But he has it on both, and it's like, you're trying to break world records with the longest fingernails.
I really haven't watched any of his reviews in a long time since he really kind of pissed me off with the Hainu. Oh god, that hurting really bad. God damn. Oh.
So, I actually, because another Gundam friend of mine recommended I go watch a review for kicks and giggles of his. He did on the full mechanics Raider,
Oh god.
and he complains about breaking the V-fin on the Raider, and he, by pure accident, of course, shows how he ended up breaking it.
Oh boy. Of course he did.
There's a specific way you assemble the head on that kit, and basically you assemble the head on the ball joint,
Uh-huh.
and he is forcing the head on and off the ball joint.
Oh no. Oh. Ow.
And you can see him forcing it too. It's
Oh,
like,
no.
oh. It's like, yeah, your review of this kit just went to shit.
Yeah, right.
Let's see here.
We'll have to. So, if we do a watch night tonight, I do have something we can make everyone watch. it'll be the funniest thing ever. Honor, you know what I'll make them watch, since Watch Party only uses YouTube. We'll make them squeal with a certain video.
Oh.
I don't think they've watched it, because only people who've been in the server long enough have watched it. Says, I did not know it was not that popular. But you know what I'm going to probably pull out.
It should be popular, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's what's even worse about it. Oh, what is it? 2G frames? It should be. Let's just say, I'll make you guys die with what he does to a freaking a 3.0 Granddaddy.
Oh no.
Yeah.
By the way, is Jason? Yeah, you're still here, Jason. Your sponsor, guess what he is getting in? I don't know if it's this week or yeah, in this week.
I don't
Two
really
PG Unleashed Gramps.
Ooh, nice.
And
Said you were looking for a PG.
I am looking for PG grants, but baby on the way.
Remember
Yeah.
liquid assets, Jason.
I know.
Worst case, you liquidate.
But that's also baby's college fund.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. One of your Black Lotus alone is your baby's college fund.
He's
Don't
just
be
making
wrong.
excuses, right? Anyone watch the Adam Savage build of PG Gramps? I have not, but I've heard he's done really well. We might actually watch that one as well.
I
For
put
the watch
like
party.
a team like a week to build that thing.
That's actually pretty cool, because that means he took his damn time on it.
Well, though they do it in 24 hours, but the team that is in the background, they all had a kit and they built it. So when he goes to do it, they already know all the problems with it and all the tricks. So they build it in one day.
It's at least better than what we're going to watch later. You guys haven't been scarred yet.
Remember, I grew up in the age of E-Bomb's world.
No.
Okay,
What this
so-
guy does to it,
Guys,
no,
I just
don't
heard the
spoil it.
weirdest words come out of my wife's mouth.
What's that?
She's playing Roblox with our sons, and something in the games just scared the shit out of her.
Okay.
Never heard her say that in my entire
Well,
relationship.
it's Roblox, so I could
It's
guess.
I've never heard her even like. I think this is the first time she's ever played Roblox. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Roblox gets weird though. Like the
Okay.
things kids do with that game is strange.
Oh, dude, it's
Have you guys-
baffling yet amazing at the same time.
Have you guys seen how to build a master grade by Bitcoin?
No.
Okay. Well, this video is so freaking funny. So they get this guy in a like mass wrestler like full costume building master grades.
Oh boy. Yeah, what this certain tech tuber does to a Grandpa 3.0 will make you want to riot. It's a disaster. It's like worse than The Room.
Welcome in, Blondie.
Blondie!
How's it going?
Slow.
But yeah, I'll send it to you, Vlad, so that you have this for launch night.
Slow and steady. That's what makes the PG not break.
It's also how we don't break the master grade either.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're saying just take your time with these things? They don't come
Yeah.
pre-assembled?
No, they do not. Did you know that?
I didn't.
You have to put
Wow.
lots of time and effort into these things.
What?
No, I
I've
just.
never known that just from watching your guys' streams. Not
Yeah,
enough.
right. We're gonna have to
I'm
do
not
2
anal
core
retentive
fighters.
when it comes
Nice.
to painting, not one fucking bit.
No.
I
No,
will say-
this is still nothing compared to doing what I actually will be doing after the next Liger Zero kit is done. So, yeah, no.
Say
So I'm really afraid when I start painting my kits more because I can spend $40 on or 40 hours on a Warhammer miniature easy.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be spending a lot of time.
So, who was it? You Honored? That's the Warhammer player.
Kind of, sort of. I've been slowly getting back into it with some spare cash here and there.
So, this is one I am currently working on right now.
Ooh.
Let's see if I can get light to it. No, my light's absolutely terrible. But I did the what is this one? I can't remember. It's a knight from Stormcast Eternals, but instead of painting him gold like every other person does with Stormcast,
Guilty.
He is a gradient of reds.
Ah, that's probably why the camera's not picking it up really well.
Yeah. Well, maybe let me see if I can move this camera, because luckily that is nothing more than a webcam.
So the how to build a master grade.
There we go.
He's showing like on a Zaku's like
Oh.
like
Ooh, I
putting,
like that.
little metal parts in it.
Yeah.
And he goes like this big old thing, like position the little divot or where you want to put it, and make sure you take your time. And then he takes a Dremel and just like no guides, no nothing, just does it real
Damn.
fast. It's like and you can tell that it's all done through Bandai.
Ah,
Ooh. Oh, NIDS. I hate NIDS. I hate NIDS. I hate NIDS.
But look at that quality on that paint job. That is all hand painted by me.
Yeah.
This is probably the biggest work of art I've made.
I love how NIDS look. I just can't paint them, and I can't paint Nurgle figures either.
Is that
it's a
green?
My
That's
high
fine.
grade astray blue frame second revision.
second. Yeah.
I love green frame. Love your green frame.
But
God, it's love for
That's
green
the
frame
ori-
all the damn time.
this is the
God,
blue
I've
that
gotta
the
be
blue
missing
game
a,
has.
I've gotta be missing a
That
freaking
I did.
polycap on that. I gotta check that.
I love really bad kits. Okay, Vlad. The worse the kit looks, the more I like it.
That's why
God,
I'm
so-
missing the
Polycap
green frame I
on
got
that.
from AliExpress.
So if anyone has no grade Astray Mirage frames or green frames that they want revived, let me know.
Same. Oh
Um,
no, that's supposed to be empty. Oh no, I remember how that
standard
goes.
red frame.
That's right. That
Wait,
snaps into
green.
place. That's right.
Casey, do you
How
have that
much
green
more do
frame
you have to
revive?
paint, Dobbs?
No, my green frame is like some unknown.
You have the
painted it
goon
$2
blood,
and
don't you?
It is beyond a goon blood. That is like Dollar Tree special.
Ah,
Do you think it's survival or it can be revived?
There is no redemption on that one. That one is so derpy.
I can make it work.
I don't know. That thing is horrible, like rubbery plastic.
dude.
Oh, that kind of I know exactly the plastic you're talking about
That is
too.
straight bootleggy China freaking plastic.
It smells like it came out of a fish market, and I'm not even kidding. When
Oh
I
my
opened
God.
the package from China, I was like, I need to get rid of this now.
Jason, I think I remember you talking about that.
Or what?
Oh wait, sorry. No.
Casey.
I remember somebody talking about this.
We were talking about that
Yeah.
last night, technically.
Yeah, I also posted a video on TikTok for it.
That's where I remember hearing about it.
Somebody
And
also got a
completely
stargazer
smashed it.
like that too, as well.
Now I am looking
So-
at buying an actual high grade Stargazer.
I know where to buy one,
That's-
but good luck getting him to answer his phone.
It-
Right?
It's an all right kit. It does need some love though.
I wouldn't doubt it. It's an older high grade.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty used to having to give love to things.
Right.
I think Grinding did the high grade not too long ago actually.
He might have been the one who got the
My son
bootleg.
did.
I don't remember who did. Somebody got a bootleg of it, and they were like, they wanted to smash it with a hammer.
So right at the tail end of the second wave of Gunpla TikTok people,
Yeah.
since I've been on, A lot of the guys I followed jumped on that warehouse special sale that they had going on, where you paid a little bit for high grades or real grades.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yes.
And they posted a bunch of video reviews, and a lot of people got the Gunpla Exia and the Gunpla Astray, or not Astray, but Strike Noir. That was the most common one.
Man,
I'd be
ooh.
pissed.
I would be too. I would be too.
But it's like they paid 60 for the PG one, and they got a stupid Gunpla high grade. That's all they got.
Oh God,
Fucked.
I would have been so
Yeah.
mad.
Lucky if they got 2 Gunplas.
Yeah.
But they tried. A couple of the guys actually tried building them, and they made it. They made videos of them just chucking it in the trash as hard as they could.
God damn.
So
I built that Goon Club, but I will tell you, I was very disappointed because I loved the Astray green frame for its twin beams rifle,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
and the twin beam rifle was the biggest letdown in the world because it was miscast all 2 pieces.
So Daban actually put that in with this kit, so you actually get the twin blade rifle. It's really good. From what I saw with Gundam Otaku, he's already got his finished up. It looks really good.
Sounds to me like I'm getting in a straight blue frame, perfect grade Daban.
I'd
Yep.
hurry, these are not going to last very long.
You definitely are. You're getting it. No questions asked.
It has the gold frames Mega Cannon, and it has the green frames twin blade.
But
So-
it's not going to be a blue frame for long because I'm going to go out to AutoZone and get that duplicolor, what do they call it, Chromecast, the anodized look,
Yeah.
and I'm going to do the anodized green look on it.
Hell
Hey
yeah.
guys, I'm gonna head off. I just came in to say hello.
Oh, you're good. Later, Blondie.
Take it easy.
Have a good night, Blondie.
I will say, if you guys ever get kits, like you build them and you're just like, I want to throw it in the trash, don't throw it in the trash. Send it to me, because I'm building a game that is a tabletop game that uses the models. So, like, I have a purpose for it, no matter how bad it looks.
Right.
Hey,
Well,
Jason,
Stop.
DM me your address on that one, cause I got one I can ship out to you.
Okay.
I'm dead ass serious.
I might have a couple I can send your way too.
Like, I
I'll
got a
have to
real
go
great
look.
Destiny. Oops, sorry, I don't mean to put you up there, Honor. My bad.
I was just gonna say, I think I've got a couple offhand. I'll have to go through my collection, but I do want to downsize some of the built ones I have.
Yeah,
I'd
Sell
rather
that
them-
Mars jacket to me. I'm sorry, what? I had some bullshit in my throat right now.
Right.
Do I
Yeah.
hear that we need to...
Oh, hang on. No, that wasn't a strong. That wasn't enough bullshit there, Vlad. I wasn't sneezing or coughing.
No, okay.
But no, I have a real great Destiny kit that I absolutely fucking hate.
Which- Real great what?
Real
Oh.
great Destiny.
I love
Okay.
Destiny Gundam.
Oh, it's a great kit. Like, the high grade's amazing. The real grade, absolute fucking trash.
I kind of want to build it.
Yeah.
Bring us your fucking glue. That's all I'm gonna say.
What is it?
The real grade Destiny. And no, before you even ask, it does not come with friggin' wing effect part like the high grade does.
See, that is janky.
Yeah, it's a little bit bullshit on that one.
I will say this right now, the high grade looks 10 times better than the friggin' real grade.
I believe
So the-
that too.
I'm just excited because I made a deal with a guy sending about $400 worth of computer parts, and he wouldn't take them for free because he was working on stuff that was from like '07. That's
Yeah.
how old the computer was. So I sent him pretty much an entire setup: 16 gigs of DDR4 3200, a Ryzen 3 3200G.
I'll be right back. I'm pretty sure my wife's getting ready for bed here. I'm gonna go say goodnight to her.
You're good.
And he wouldn't take he wouldn't take it for free. So he's getting me a master grade Freedom version 2.0,
Ooh,
a Crossbones Verkaw,
nice,
and some Warhammer stuff for my mids.
nice.
And I'm sitting here and I'm like, where am I gonna put all these master grades? I'm gonna have to buy shelving.
Oh
Any-
no.
Right.
Anytime
no.
Anytime someone says I'm facing off against Nids, I always bring Mephiston with me. Freaking hate Nids.
I love my Nids.
You know what I play? Sisters of Battle.
Oh, I don't blame you. They're freaking cool.
Painted up like Ultramarines.
I just gotta get the wifey to get back on her orcs at some point. You've seen the ones I've used for props, right, Casey?
Yeah.
Yeah, those were painted by her first time.
Oh wow, those are some old orcs. It looks like too.
Not really. It's actually the beginner mod squad, that knob squad that you can get.
Oh wow.
That was her first time painting.
She's got.
So have you seen the Age of Sigmar orcs, the Cruel Boys?
No, not yet.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, Jason, if you haven't seen them, this is her first time doing this shit.
That looks really good for a first time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm impressed. My first models absolutely were atrocious.
Yeah, so were mine. I can actually grab some of mine. My Space Marines were garbage.
And this is playing. I'm not going to be sexist on this, but women tend to have better colored perception than men do. They also have better attention to detail than we do.
Right.
I will not dispute that one bit. Like in the auto body industry, I watched a woman work circles around me.
Goddamn. Yeah.
And it's because they have more feeling in their fingers than we do. It's just a thing of evolution.
All right.
Yeah, Nah, I'm not going to disagree with that.
Yes, he looks over his shoulder and gets attacked.
Let's see here.
So he disagrees and gets whacked in the head.
Workshop, Aegis.
No, the thing is, I know if I get her into miniatures or gunpla or whatnot, I know she's going to supersede me in almost no time at all.
Right.
And also, our bank account is going to deplete quite quickly if she's doing the same things I am.
Right. I've tried to get wifey. She did a real grade. What is the goddamn called? The Unit 8. Didn't like doing gunpla. Did not like doing it. She gets overwhelmed with all the parts.
Here is the new orcs for Age of Sigmar, Vlad.
Oh, let's see. Watch stream. I'll turn off Dobsy, but that's fine. Ooh, those are neat.
Yeah, those are the Cruel Boys.
Yeah, those are neat.
Here's the Swamp Boss.
Oh, that's sick.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, that's the new Age of Sigmar models that they came out with for, what was the set? Dominion, I think is what it was called.
That's only 60?
That's scary.
I'm surprised that's not 80 or above.
Of course, here's another one. This one is 150.
That's really good for 150 though.
Yeah.
And these are plastic, right?
Yes, these are all plastic.
Ah, thank heaven. Freaking screw pewter models, I swear.
Oh, without a doubt. Let's see here. Let's go to. Here's one of the miniatures that I am trying to get my hands on.
I wonder why.
Nids. More Nids.
No, that's not Nids. That's Marathi from Daughters of Cain.
Oh, it's even better.
Needs more spikes.
Needs more spikes, right? Copyright, no. I will sue you. You gotta remember your copyright, Dobbs.
Sorry, I'm actually in a decent mood this day.
That's good. That's good. Just watch your copyright.
Glad that
Wait,
hit
watch
good, but it looked better in green.
Oh, right.
You can't stop him. He's got coffee.
Yeah, right.
Well, it's not just that. I was chilling with one of my Discord community members earlier today. Like actually in person, hanging out.
Nice. Well, I live like thousands of miles away from you, or I would.
I know.
Well, judging by where Dobbs has said, I'm probably only a few hours away.
Nice.
Because it takes me like 4 or 5 hours to get to Michigan, and I can cross over the border right as soon as I get into Michigan.
If you can get over the border, that's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, I do have my passport and stuff, so it wouldn't be hard.
Oh, I just don't know if they've opened it back up to freaking us tourists coming back over.
Right.
Knowing how Canada's been going, probably not.
But I can't take my car that far right now. I need axles.
Oof.
Because the person who had it before me absolutely abused the living crap out of this car.
Damn.
Until I drove it like 4 hours a day, one way, every single day. So 8 hours round trip driving in this car.
Oh no.
And it was in perfect mechanical condition. And when I got it, I'm not kidding, both wheel bearings in the front were gone.
Oh
The
shit.
ball joint was about to fall out. The motor mounts were shot. The transmission throwout bearing was put in backwards, for crying out loud.
In the flying fuck.
This
And
shit
the-
How
box.
do you manage that?
That's what I want to know. Cause
I got you. See,
I was
it takes
driving
a lot of
it.
duct tape. Takes a lot of duct tape.
Oh no. He took it to a professional shop because even the guy said it was a new clutch, but I burned the clutch out because I had to RPM match it because I lost the ability to press the clutch in.
Yeah,
I was
professional.
driving home one day. And I dropped it from 5th to 4th, and it was kind of hard and clunky. And I was like, "The heck's going on?" So I dropped it from 4th to 3rd, and I was like, "Oh shit, I don't have a clutch now."
The third's gone.
Oh no, I didn't have a clutch. The clutch was so hard, like the pedal wouldn't even go to the floor.
Oh shit.
Dang.
It had hyperextended the slave cylinder to the point that it was leaking clutch fluid out.
Oh damn.
Yeah, it completely ruined it. So I call around and shop's like, yeah, if you can get it to us by 5, we can have it fixed tomorrow. Like as soon as you get the clutch into us, because we know the clutch will be in around 10 a.m. So I drive it over there, and my brother picks me up because he worked over there at the time. I'm not going to get into that. That's a whole can of worms.
Oh, I bet it was.
But he picks me up from there, and I get it back the next day, and the guy was like, "Yeah, just so you know, throwout bearing was installed backwards for some reason. That's why you lost your clutch."
God damn.
Because he said the throwout bearing legitimately exploded.
Oof.
Jesus
It was like a wonder it did not ruin your flywheel.
No shit.
And had that happened, I probably would have called the guy that sold it to me and been like, "Hey, who did the clutch in this car? Because I'm gonna go beat their ass."
Right.
Because you know how expensive these cars are to fix, Vlad, and
Yes.
a flywheel's like $300 for this car.
Oh yeah. They're fucking expensive.
Wait, do you have a Porsche?
No, I have a Mitsubishi 3000 GT.
The parts are nearly almost mythical on those things.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
so
a reason why
more
I bought a parts car.
more expensive than like a '80s Porsche then.
Basic
Yeah,
nerd,
but-
what up?
I
Thank you for the
had a-
follow. We're actually in VC if you wanted to join in.
I had a 944 at one point, and that thing was cheaper to fix than this car has been.
Oh shit.
My most expensive car I ever had was this.
My most expensive car was actually a kit car because I had to fabricate every single piece to fix it.
My most expensive car currently is that SS that I have in the garage right now.
So are we talking? Did it ever have to be running before it threw the wrench
I
on
would
it?
say you need to have it running.
It needs to be running and street legal.
Okay, it's expensive street legal. Yeah, that would be my Civic.
Okay.
Well, I had a very rare kit car. Like you can't even find this thing on the internet. I found it in a junkyard, and the guy was like, "Yeah, I'll take $500 for it." I was like, "Cool. What harm can it be?" It was a kit car of a '55 Mercedes Gullwing.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Ooh.
somebody made it or if some company made it. I don't know. I could not find any information on this thing.
Right.
But whoever did it completely right, except for they put a Blue Flame 6-cylinder from from an old school like 50s Corvette in it.
Right.
And they even did the copper brake lines on this car. It was
God
that
damn.
like, yeah. So imagine having to go through and do all this.
So my most expensive car would have been the Subaru I built back up.
Right.
It was a coupe, a 2000 Impreza 2.5 press.
See.
And the guy sold it to me. It had 82,000 miles on it. I got it for $4,000.
You lucked out on that one, sir.
And then I went and Buddy and I did the head gasket. We did a head gasket, belt, water pump, the whole deal for Subaru because it sat for a while, and it was getting close to that point where it needed to get replaced anyway.
So
But
it had been driven more than 2 blocks, so it needs a new one. Gotcha.
Yeah, it didn't have any of that replaced, and it made it 82,000 miles.
Ooh.
Jeez.
And sat for about a year.
Damn.
So as soon as I picked it up, it went straight into the garage and waited until we got all that done. And it lasted till about 200,000 miles before it needed to get replaced anyway. But I also threw a rod in it at that point. Because the 2.5s had the same rod as the 2.0s, so if you push it too hard, it's gonna go. So at that point, we completely pulled the motor and transmission out of it, and I got a donor 2016 STI hatchback.
Okay.
Or not 2016, excuse me, 2006.
Oh shit.
Or
wait, so you got the bug eye?
Sorry, no, I'm sorry. I'm getting years mixed up here. A 2013 STI hatchback.
Okay.
As the donor car.
I was like, if it's a bug eye, that is not a donor car.
No, I wouldn't do that. If it was a Hawkeye or a bug eye, I wouldn't do that.
I guess I'm a bad person because I want that new Factory 5 818 kit car, and it uses the bug eye as a donor.
Ooh.
You can go burn hell.
But what I did is it was totaled out at an auction site, and I picked it up, and the transmission and motor was still good. So that's what I took, and I threw it in. And after everything was said and done, including the couple flashes I had to do, it was about 14,000 into it, plus the 4,000 I already paid a little while before, and. Yeah, I could, by the time I was finished with it, I could beat a 2016 STI off the line.
Damn.
Nice.
So,
it was simply the power to weight ratio.
Right.
I didn't want to go more than 80 miles an hour on the road because I could feel that car wanting to lift off.
Shit.
You need to put a bigger wing in there and get a subscription to some vaping.
I put a 2000. I took the stock RS wing off, and I actually put in a wing that was designed for the 2008 STI on it.
Gotcha. The worst car I've ever owned.
Ooh, now this is some spicy. I've got some. Keep going.
I got a DeLorean.
Oh,
and
shit.
What?
Yeah, I had a DeLorean.
It uses a Renault engine.
Oh.
Or no, not a Renault. It uses a
It's a Lotus.
engine.
Yep. That's not why
it's the worst Lotus engine in the world.
That's not why I hated the damn car. I had it for 2 weeks. Everywhere you went, you would park it up, and everybody would be like, "Oh my gosh, this is a DeLorean." You'd be like, "Well, yeah," and you forget the bottom of the door hinge that goes up on the gold wing doors is also stainless steel. So you get out of your car, you know you can't look stupid in front of a crowd. Bonk, and now you got a massive headache. walk out, get it, come back, and everybody's still like looking at your car, and you're like, I need to go.
Yeah, I can see that.
And it's just like,
I fully understand that, Jason. I fully understand it. My Camaro gets the same thing because it has straight pipes on it, so it throws fireballs out the backside all the time, and it's loud. You hear it for a mile or more. And just pulling up with that thing with the skirting and everything that's on it, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, what do you have underneath it?" It's like, it's just an LS3. Calm it down, people. Nothing special. It's just been tuned out to be really fucking loud and can only run 93 because someone decided to delete all the other fuel mappings on it.
Gotcha. Now I will say my funnest car that I own is currently doesn't have any wheels on it because my Civic is using the rubber on those wheels for it. But I have a Lotus Elise with a K20 in the back.
Oh boy.
With a huge ass turbo, and I've done
the one that you sent a rod to the moon.
I sent the cylinder to the moon.
Well, that's sending a rod to the moon because you sent the piston and the rod and the cylinder with it.
Details.
It had carry on. It had carry on.
Yeah, because I'll tell the story of that. But that was. But anyway,
you're gonna have to.
It's a rear-wheel drive car that weighs nothing, and I have a big ass turbo with K20 in it. That thing is the most fun thing to take sideways on anything.
Yes.
Like, you flip the throttle and just pull into one side, and you're like, oh, I know what you were built for.
Got one better.
So what Casey was saying is, so I was building the turbo, and I was just upgrading the turbo lines, and then I forgot to put in the spring to close the bullet valve.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
And I put it on the dyno. I'm like, okay, 500, awesome. We'll just keep pushing it a little bit. 600, nice. 700, nice. 800, nice. 9, boom. Went, oh, that's not going to do that.
Oh no. Oh no.
Everybody in the shop is just like freaking out, right? And just like pissed. And I'm like, huh, cylinder 4's not in it. And I look up, I'm like, oh, I found it actually. It's up there.
It was around, needless to say.
Yeah.
It was an easy find.
Right. And we pulled up the maps on it, right?
Shit.
She made 63 pounds of bullets.
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
And then my first response is, right? My dad's like giving me a lecture, and I'm pulling up the stats on it. He's like, "Do you know what went wrong?" I'm like, "Well, she made 63 pounds of boost. Turns out that's the limit. So we put her at 62 pounds. We're good to go." And he's just like, "You were going to kill yourself in that game." I'm like, "Probably. Well, at least I'll look good doing it." The Lotus.
Right.
So I called Haltech the other day, last week. Anyone that knows anything about cars knows who Haltech is.
Yep.
So I call them because I got an ECU in a lot sale from when I was down at Fort Stewart, Georgia, because of course, abandoned vehicles, abandoned stuff at the auto skill shop, they auction it off.
Yeah.
I paid $25 for a tote of parts, and it had a 13 or no, how expensive was that Haltech ECU? I know it was just stupid expensive. And I called Haltech up and I'm like, "Hey, I got this ECU," and they're like, "What are you trying to put it in?" And I told them, they're like, "Well, you're in luck because it'll work with it." I was like, "Yeah, but the problem is I don't have the pigtail for it." They're like, "Oh, we sell that. It's only like $300." I'm like, "For a pigtail for the wiring?"
It's Haltech. I mean, come on.
But I did find a shop up here that is willing to take my car on, not as a charity case, but legitimately. They're like, we are interested to see where you're going with this. We're talking a twin turbo, single overhead cam, 3-liter 6G72.
If I was wearing socks, sir, they would be wet right now.
So,
and this is a solid front wheel drive car, so imagine the torque steer from this engine.
Oh, I know how well that thing steers. Too bad it's not a VR4 with the rear wheel. Oh, the all wheel, not rear wheel, all wheel.
Well, I get my 100% from the VA. I will have a VR4. And the reason why is because I've just made a deal with a guy down the road who I thought it was, just a regular SL 3000 GT.
Yeah.
Turns out it is a 96 VR4 6-speed manual.
Those also come turbo.
I'm drooling over here.
Twin turbo all-wheel drive. Has all the bells and whistles, has the active aero, active suspension, active exhaust, 6-disc CD changer, which was like the biggest thing in '96.
Yep.
Still is.
And like this thing is fully loaded. The only problem is a branch fell on the roof. But guess what? I just so happen to have down in a field. I have an entire parts car. And I have a windshield.
So you guys all know what a Hans device is, right?
Yes. It's the thing that if Dale Earnhardt was wearing it, he'd still be alive.
For Dale. Anyways. What do we call it? A Dale device. Anyways. Do it for Dale. But getting off sidetrack. I have a so Vlad's heard about this a little bit. So I found this Cosworth 90s like F1 car for like 7,000. It was like it was the second one that they ever raced, like model, and they crashed it. So $7,000 for a wrecked F1. Like, okay, I can do that, And this was when the Teslas were starting to really come out. And I was like, what happens if we take 2 Tesla motors, one in the front, one in the back, on an F1 car?
And see what happens?
Yeah, turns out, when you brake on that thing, your Hans device brakes and you see red. You only need 120 feet for going from 100 to 0.
Good to know. So the limit is 100 feet.
It turns out, you blank out. Like, it was funny because, like, we brought it to the racetrack and the tech guys won't touch it for, like, I was like,
I wouldn't fucking touch it either.
Yeah, they're like, they won't even take it up on the podium to, like, check it. I'm like, we're just doing some testing. We get it, it's an F1 car. You guys don't want to touch it. It's all electric. Don't worry, it's not as bad. I put on my Hans device, I get in it. I didn't even make it to the first turn. Like, I ripped it, and it's just like straight burnout on those foam tires. Get it finally to click, and I'm like, okay, we need a brake. And we measured the skid plates that it left, and it's like, and my Hans device has a hairline fracture on the right shoulder blade, and it's like,
goddamn.
Okay, so it's breaking Hans devices from its braking. You need to go back in the garage. We are not touching you. You look pretty. We're not passing go. We do not want to die today. And it's just it turns out I wired the motors in not parallel, but perpendicular. So series. So they're doubling on each other. So this thing is straight power, and it's just like, you know what's gonna happen? I came up with this idea. Oh yeah, I'm gonna kill myself. Let's be honest. That's in the works. But go ahead.
Isn't restricting power flow for anything like battery powered and whatnot difficult to do?
No, not at all. I literally work with stuff like that. We do it all day long. It's called VFDs for a reason. Variable frequency devices exist for a reason. You just change the frequency, and then you can make it go either faster or slower. Really not that hard.
Okay. Yeah, because I worked with really expensive electric go-karts for a while. I repaired those, and the moment you step on that throttle for those things, it's all power.
Yeah, if you don't restrict it down with a VFD.
Okay, well then those carts didn't have VFDs then.
No. Usually those are just straight power.
No, and this thing doesn't have any safety function. It's a race car.
Oh my lord. You mean it's a death trap?
Yes, but what terrifies me with that? Okay, I'm just a guy in Arizona that just, was like, hey, this all fits under. Can you imagine what Ford and Ferrari and all those guys are Red Bull having the warehouse that they're building and doing with that one?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah. Like, we think we have the coolest one right now.
Oh, we don't have shit. We don't have shit compared to them.
Yeah. I just took the 90th with the ground effect.
Right.
Like, oh my god, I don't... that what scares me. I'm like... I don't even want to think about what money can do with those things.
Oh, a lot. I've seen what they can do. It's called the all-electric freaking Camaro, which is insane.
I gotta ask now, rarest car you guys have gotten to sit in and or drive? I know Jason's gotten to sit in a McChicken and drive it.
Oh, I have a few. I used to work for Mako. There are three. 269, one T-top, one hardtop, 4 on the floor Corvettes, which were amazing to drive just for a little tiny bit from one side of the shop to the other. One manual, one automatic with a Hurst shifter in the automatic.
Nice.
And then the rarest car I've ever driven, and you'll know why when I say its name. A Ford Pantera.
Yep.
Nice.
Well, it's a De Tomaso Pantera powered by Ford.
Yeah. And I wanted it because it was going to a dealership, but I guess it was going to someone's private collection.
Yeah, those things are like $200,000 right now.
They were only worth like maybe 30 when I saw it because they weren't worth squat back in 2008.
It wasn't until Fast and Furious happened.
Yep.
So, do you have to drive it, or can you have ridden in it?
Ridden in it will count.
Wait, does
okay?
Next question.
Because I've got a couple.
Did you have to turn on the car?
Well, I mean, if you're talking about an electric car, then no, because you technically don't turn an electric car on.
Well, okay, I asked that because the big auto show comes through my state, the Barrett Jackson.
Yeah,
so
because
I've sat
it's Scottsdale, Arizona.
Yep. The most rare car I've ever sat in was the second place, 1969 or 68, I forget which year. Miles Kennedy, might be wrong on the name.
And Miles.
Lamar winning
GT40.
Yep. They had his car out there, and they were like, they saw me just like looking at it, and the guy goes, "You want to sit in the car?" I'm like, yeah. Sat in it, and I will say, I didn't know this at the time, but Lamar's just pee in the seat. I was like, man, this is like really comfortable. And then they tell me what, you pee in the seat in endurance racing, and I went, oh.
You're like, I want out of here now. Hey, there's our British boy from the Isles. What up?
But no, rarest car I've ever turned on and driven. Because I used to work at a Ferrari dealership in Scottsdale.
Nice.
I've turned on a Ferrari F40, and that
Have you driven one?
I drove it in the showroom floor, like moving it. Also turned on the LaFerrari. And I will say those two, the LaFerrari, no excitement. You turn it on, it's just whatever. It just turns on, right? Because it turns on the batteries. The freaking F40 sounds like a rattle can when it starts up. You're just like, oh my god, get me out of this fucking piece of shit.
No, I can vouch for him on that one. It does sound like a rattle can.
That's what I've heard about the freaking the Viper too. That it sounds like a tractor starting basically.
Yeah.
It has no sound ending in it whatsoever. It was designed solely to go fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet you if I got it out of first gear, it would have sounded a lot better. But it's just like that clutch is all like trying to shove your freaking kneecap into its dashboard. And you're like, I need you to stop, be relaxed. I'm driving you. You're not driving me. Shut up.
So,
Yeah.
the rarest car. Go ahead.
I was going to say both the F40 and the Countach are both the most annoying and the most scariest things to drive, especially if you're going up to speed. Oh, I will never drive those again, ever.
Yeah.
So the rarest car I've ever driven, it's not necessarily the most expensive, but it was a 1963 Chevrolet Corvette split window 327 4-speed with fuel injection and the big brake option.
Nice.
Which, if you know anything about Chevrolet in 1963, to get the big brake option with fuel injection on a Corvette, you had to know somebody inside of Chevrolet.
Right.
It was that bad.
Wow. Okay, someone's pinging me like crazy.
I restored that one with my own 2 hands. It took me a year and a half to restore and
not.
put the body back.
Oh no, Crimson Thunder joining. Yay! Aw, that sucks, dude.
The best Ferrari I ever drove, and I get crap for saying this. It's a Ferrari that has a motor in the front.
Oh shit.
Is the California.
Yeah, the La California. Ugh.
I think.
Never mind.
It now works because I insulted it enough. Hello.
Hey,
Every fucking time, I just have to swear at it until it works.
You're literally killing me because I'm sick as a dog right now. God damn it, man.
I'm not even kidding. I was just sat here going, you fuck, you fuck, you fuck. And then it worked. And it's like, okay.
Oh my god, we need to buy you a new microphone at some
more
point.
of that British curse words at it.
So that California, you guys ever driven a Mustang?
Yes.
Yes.
So imagine like a luxury Mustang. That's how
Ew.
that California drives.
That's the
And
thing,
then-
a legend.
Yeah. It's just like you turn it on, starts up like a Mustang. No like, bite, no nothing. Push in the clutch. It's like a
Jason, you would love. Have you seen the video where someone had insulted my Camaro and I started that bitch up just for them?
No.
Oh yeah, no, that thing's so fucking loud. I set off car alarms with it.
You know what?
Wait.
I'm going to find that video right now.
I've posted it before. I'd have to go and look for it
yeah.
again.
See, I think I've compiled it down, and probably the most rarest car I've driven would have been a Plymouth Roadrunner.
Oh hell yeah, Roadrunners are so much fun.
Now, I will say the funniest car I've ever made. I had an 08 Civic body
Uh-huh.
and a Trailblazer frame.
Oh shit.
Turns out those match up with a lot of metal that goes nice glue. And you can't. And I had the same problem that somebody else had on the internet. I got the idea from them, and I was like, "Huh, there's leaks of exhaust gas into the cab. I could do better than that." No, turns out you really can't. drive the truck for like 5 minutes, and you go, "I want to take a nap."
Hey Vlad, is your Camaro silver?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so that was you going back to Gundam Kingdom.
Yeah, that's not it. There's another video where you actually see the thing actually start up because someone decided to be an asshole.
Oh, that sounds like my 77. My neighbor decided to go out and rev his bike all the time, all hours of the night. So I took the mufflers off of my 77 Trans Am with a 406 cubic inch Pontiac motor in it.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, you should hear me when I come home. It's like, hey neighbors, pow, 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 pow. I'm like, I'm surprised I haven't had the cops called on me yet.
I have a car that calls the cops.
Header dumps on a 400 is kind of disgusting.
Yeah.
So my old vet, recently old vet.
Yeah.
Death Trap 101, that thing. I decided to frame or stylize its mufflers off of NASCAR.
Right.
So I had the rectangle
Aluminum pipes.
Oh yeah, I had a cherry bombs essentially on it.
Oh
Thing would
God.
set thing would set things on fire that was next to it. I actually melted somebody's door hinge, like the
Right.
paint on there.
Pissed off my team chief with the Firebird because I took the mufflers, I took the whole exhaust off at the header at the long tube exit.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they're like, "Oh, you need to have full exhaust on that thing." And I'm like, "Dude, I don't care."
You're seeing someone else or chatting on Discord. We are on Discord and we're also on Twitch, Jarrett.
But yeah,
And Low Handicraft 99. Yes, I stream on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube all at the same time. We are on Twitch right now. We're also in the Discord link in the link tree.
yeah, when that thing would start up,
Oh, that
boy.
sounds good.
Yo, did you find it?
I did find it, Vlad.
Oh,
That sounds
that's not
good.
even how loud it is. It's muffled because my freaking omnidirectional camera on my phone went, ew, please not that loud.
clipping the
We
mic
still
on.
don't know all the mods that were done to it, so it's got a smaller harmonic balancer on it to increase power, because I went to go and put the OEM belts on it and went, that's too big. Why the fuck is that too big?
Send me that
exactly
video.
what they did.
I need to jump off for my animals. Gotta feed them.
Oh, you're good. What were you saying, Casey?
What they did is they reduced the reciprocating mass.
Yep. Yeah, that, and we don't know. It sounds like it had a cam in it at one point. They took it out when they were done playing with it.
I don't know if it's a cam or if they put a lope tune in it.
Well, it throws fireballs out the backside when you're driving. Let's just say that. It's got a heavy, heavy tune on it. It
Sounds like it's running really rich.
Yes, ever since we had to put a new battery in it, it's been running a lot richer than it used to. Because it's getting terrible gas mileage right now.
Yeah. It definitely needs to be gone through and retuned.
Yeah, plus I want to just change it into an LS9 at some point.
LSA, just go out buy the supercharger. I think it's like $8,000 for the GM.
That or put in twin turbos and make it into an LS9.
Yeah.
Apparently the stock internals are strong enough that it would handle it if I didn't do too much boost or go and get the LS7 freaking what is it called? Valve.
Because if memory serves, LS9 is what they put in the Blue Devils.
All an
ZL.
LS9 is a 6.2 with twin turbos that they put in the Corvette.
No, it's actually supercharged.
Is it? Because I swear to God it was, because supercharged is LS7 where they bore out to 7.0.
GM LS9 6.2 crate motor. It has a supercharger on top of it.
Huh. I've been hearing everyone saying it has turbos on it instead.
That might be the newer one that they're working on. Because they got rid of the Z06 platform and stuff for the new Corvette.
From
So
TikTok. Yes. Awesome.
I'm thinking that they put the twin turbos on the new mid-engine car.
Yeah. Really, I just love how modular that thing is. I've worked on it so far, and I can do what I need on it. That's what's so nice about that engine. The layout is so nice.
The LS motor is the Lego motor of the car world.
And that's fine.
It makes it so easy to tune them.
Oh my God. Like, you can reach things. So I have a Ford Fusion for wife's car. The squid of an EGR valve that's on that motherfucker, it clogs up every 50,000 miles is what the manual says happens on that thing. And the octopus mouth thing that you have to take off to get that EGR valve taken out, because one of them's located under the block, right next where the alternator sits underneath it with that with that turbocharged piece of shit, that you have to take a pick and be very careful to pick the freaking valve lock off and then get the valve off the connector.
So I was going to do a Vladracus thing to the 3000.
Right.
I was going to get the LS4 from the Impala Sport, the front-wheel drive LS4.
Yes.
And an F40 6-speed manual out of the Buick Regal T-Type, the 2.2-liter T-Type.
Yeah.
Made them together and put it in the 3000.
You've got enough room in there. That big-ass V6 they got in there would lovely take that freaking V8.
Oh, I know, right? And here's the beautiful part. You go look up an LS3 and tell me how much it is.
They're not that bad. They're really
still
cheap.
about $4,000 for a new one.
That's still not bad.
A used one I can pick up for about 2,500.
And that used one probably runs better than the new one.
An LS4 I can pick up for $600 ECU wiring harness everything.
Wow. Why is it going so cheap?
Because it was specifically cast to fit in front wheel drive only. You cannot put it in a rear wheel drive car.
Well, I've seen people do it, but they're doing transverse rear wheel drive in mid-engine.
Yeah. Because that thing you can't.
Yeah, no, it's meant for front wheel. Yes.
Yeah. And I was like, well, you know, I can do this, or I can twin turbo the V6 and just make everyone be like, why did you do this?
Because I can, that's why.
I mean, the thing with the V8 is it'll be a lot easier to maintenance.
Yeah.
The parts exist, the parts are cheap, you're not going to be worried about it too much.
And
Plus, on a long enough timeline, everything gets an LS.
And the best thing about it, I can take LS3 heads and put on there, and then put an LSA supercharger on it.
Right.
Because those heads, an LSA supercharger, and a cam with custom headers for the engine will net me 700 horsepower.
And that's the beauty of LS, because it just goes up from there. It starts at 300 horsepower and just goes up until you stop.
And mind you, that is on a 5.3 liter, not a 6.2.
I know. The 6.2s can hit 1,200 with just barely anything done on them.
Yep. Believe it
They're
or not,
scary motors too.
The 4.8 liter out of the pickup trucks. Recap the rings, do a stock rebuild on the motor, and throw a set of LS3 heads on it and twin turbo, and you can hit 1,200 horsepower all day on the motor.
LS are scary motors, I swear to God.
But here's the downside, and this is, I love LS motors.
Yeah.
But do you know where they got the design for the intake ports on it? Ford.
Of course they did. Why would they not?
The cathedral port heads were originally designed by Ford.
Probably came from that era where they were still kind of sharing secrets.
Something like that. But I was like, it's interesting to see Ford technology in a Chevrolet motor.
I'm surprised Ford went cross-plane on the Coyote. I don't know why they did that.
It's a mod motor as well.
Yeah.
It just made it easier on them.
I just hate the sound of it. It's not my favorite V8. The Coyote always sounds so weird.
Now, have you seen the what is the 5.2 liter of the GT350?
Yes.
It is not a cross-plane motor. It is a flat plane crank.
I just the weirdest thing though. I used to be a very double cam person, but I will have to say rollers and what are they called? Roller blocks are still so much nicer than freaking dual overhead cams sometimes.
Push rod motors.
Yeah, push rods. That's it. Push rods can still do way better than freaking even overhead cams can. It's weird. I was so big on double overhead cams for a long while.
You know what the fastest Outlaw 10.5 car is right now?
What's that?
It's a GTO. I think it's a 68 or 9 GTO or a 70. With a 468 in it. Pontiac motor.
Goddamn.
And the engine legitimately eats bearings because it spins that high.
Oh shit. That
Like
sounds like
every
the old
race, they're like, we need to replace the bearings now.
That sounds like the old what is it called? The old 4-cylinder 300 motors from Honda and Kawasaki for their bikes.
Yep.
Oh god, I still love the sound of those things, but Jesus Christ, the rev limit on those damn things.
Like your Camaro probably builds max power what about 5,500, 6,000?
I wish, because it's always ready to go.
Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately there is no, oh, we're gonna build power. It's like, no, what is that? We burned tires because we just went off the line. Oh, it rained. We're gonna burn tires today. I have had to put sticky compound tires on the rear to make sure that I don't slide, because it'll break loose at any speed.
So my car, my 77 Trans Am, I build max torque at 4,600 RPMs and max horsepower at 5,000.
See, I wish I could say that. Max horsepower it's all the time. whoever was doing it was smart. The thing launches like crazy. You can go from cold start and still launch because that's how much power it's pushing out. Don't know what they did, but they did something smart. I've never had a car that you wake up and it's like, let's go. And it starts up. You know that high idle? That's its idle till it starts to build oil pressure up once it gets warm.
Yeah, my car is 470 rear wheel horsepower and 560 pound-feet of torque.
Nice.
And people are like, oh, well, you know, it's just an old carbureted Pontiac. Well, yeah, my car might look like crap. It might have an old carbureted V8 in it, but I tell you this much. Put it on the line and I'll tell you exactly where you stand.
There's no replacement for displacement.
Exactly, because I have a 6.6 liter.
I did not understand that till I bought a 6.0 that's been hot rodded to death.
Yep.
I did not understand what real horsepower was till I had that. And I had been driving a freaking goddamn R8, an R6 Yamaha motorcycle before that. And I kind of knew what horsepower was with that thing. No, that V8, Jesus Christ. I've had it almost lift the rear wheels off the ground because of how fast it'll go. Lift the front wheels off the ground, not the rear wheels. Lift the front wheels off the ground. That's how hard it'll hit when you push it.
So, my car on highway gears, we're talking what is it, a 241 rear gear?
Yeah.
Final gear ratio 1:1 in the transmission.
Right.
I busted the quarter mile in 1236 at 118.
Nice.
And that's all because of the torque. If I didn't have that kind of torque, I would not have that kind of quarter mile time.
Hell yeah.
That thing is just... For a second, I thought I was going to twist the car.
Oh, shit.
Because it's a non-T-top, luckily, but...
And whoever the dickhead was who had my car before put coilovers in it, so it's so rough on bumps.
Well, yeah. I can't say anything. My 3000 has coilovers in it.
Oh, it's so hard. I want to get some variable ones so that way I don't have to hit my head all the time.
But you talk about being able to take a curve.
Oh yeah.
I had a boy, and mind you, this is with a screwed up ball joint still.
Yeah.
Like my wheel bearings had just been fixed. I hadn't had a chance to put my control arm in.
Right.
Decided to pick a fight in a Honda NSX.
Oh shit.
And he could not keep up with me in the curves.
Oh yeah. I'm not surprised.
And I live in the mountains, so you can imagine the amount of curves here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
There's a reason why I'm amassing the pieces to do a full Lancer Evolution 10 front brake swap on this car.
Ooh. See, that's like what I like about my car. Someone was smart, put the Corvette brakes on it. Big giant motherfuckers that are really hard. Last time I got the brakes changed, the guy kind of complained to me. He's like, I almost broke the machine. I'm like, what? You have some really hard brakes there, sir. I'm like, oh. Yeah, sorry. My rotors are really nice.
Question, is yours a 1SS or a 2SS?
It is a 2SS with a leather interior.
So it has the Brembo 6-piston front brakes?
Yes, front and rear brakes.
That is actually a factory option for that car.
Really? Because they're fucking nice.
Yes,
I've never had brakes that nice before in my life. Even my Nissans on my freaking R6 were not that nice.
Yeah, the Camaro in those years came factory with Brembo brakes if it was a 2SS.
Yeah, and they're really nice on dissipating heat too. I can put my hand on them when I stop.
Yep,
because they're that cold.
Mine are like, I think 11-inch drilled and slotted, but they
These are
cool
just
off really fast.
Nice. These are they're not even slotted. They're just really, really well vented brakes. I've never seen non-slotted brakes be that cold after stopping. It's weird.
The only problem I'm having right now is I'm trying to amass the money. I've got the calipers, I've got the steering knuckles, and I got the outer tie rods and ball joints because those are what you have to change in order to put the Evo brakes on. But I don't have the money for the rotors because the rotors are like $600 a pair for the front.
That's what I would expect a really nice set of rotors to go for.
But these are 14-inch drilled and slotted, vented rotors.
God damn.
And I mean, I'm pulling them from a Lancer Evolution 10.
Yep.
So I mean, this thing has got huge,
Yeah.
massive Brembo brakes.
Yeah.
I was just impressed that all I had to do was change my lower control arm ball joint, my outer tie rod, and the steering knuckle, and everything else bolts up exactly the same.
It's really good because sometimes it doesn't ever work that way.
That's why I kind of feel like the 3000 was built kind of as a sister car to the Evo.
It's weird. It always feels like a hypercar sometimes with that thing. Feels like a failed hypercar from Mitsubishi. Just because the weird stance and how big the wheels are and everything on that damn thing.
Yeah, the issue I had with mine is I've hit the max lowering on my rear and I still have about a half-inch of wheel gap.
Damn.
So I'm trying to look into upgraded coilovers for this car because before it had I could fit 3 fingers in between the top of the tire and the bottom of the wheel well.
How big of tires are you running on that thing?
I'm running 235 45 18s.
Okay.
And
those aren't too big.
The factory on that car were 16s.
You should know the factory size on my car because they're fucking huge.
I know it's a staggered set.
Yep.
I know they're 20s.
The wheels are 20s, but it's about 22-inch tire when they're done.
I want to say it's like a 2 or a what were they? I think it was a 275 from the factory.
Yes.
And I think it was a 275 35 ZR20.
Yep. And I think that's for the front, but not the rear. The rear is wider.
I think the rear was a 295.
Yes. It's 295 and 275, yes. They're huge. God, I hate.
The rear was a 295 30 ZR20.
And then they're not expensive either. That's what's weird. I don't know why they're not expensive, but I think it's because they're not low profile. They're still regular height. But I'm surprised how cheap the tires are for that damn thing.
Well, I mean, those are still considered a low pro tire. Like even my 235 45 ZR18s are low
Not
pros.
compared to wifey's car.
She probably has rubber band tires.
Extra wide, extra low profile, $300 a tire.
I can believe it.
Ford went, let's go fancy on this fucking luxury model. Titanium freaking Fusion has 20s and they're low profile. And it's like, I hate you. I absolutely hate you.
My 350Z had, what was the rear? I think it was a 285.
Right.
35 ZR19.
Nice. On the V2? Hell yeah, dude. Rest the arms ready to go. Awesome. Oh, man.
But yeah, the front was I think it was a 255 40 ZR19.
Ooh. God damn.
And the rear tires alone were $500 each. Because that car was a naturally aspirated 4.1 liter dual overhead cam.
Damn.
6 individual throttle body naturally aspirated V6 from Nissan.
Have you seen the guy who's doing an 8 throttle body freaking LS?
Yes.
I thought that was hilarious. I'm like, okay, why not?
The individual throttle bodies are amazing, but tuning those things is a nightmare.
I bet.
Not only that, I had 13.5 to 1 compression on this motor because I bought the Nismo Spec 3 heads for the VQ series motor.
Oh shit.
So 13.5 to 1, I was running, what was it? On a street tune, I was running 104 octane.
Ooh. Damn.
But that was a fun car.
I could see that being a super fun ass car.
Until it almost killed me. I was in Colorado Springs and it was winter.
Yeah, I know. I used to live in Utah, so I can already expect what was going to happen there.
I popped over a hill, didn't even touch my brakes in the back end, just started sliding out from behind me.
There's a reason why when it snowed, I went, I ain't touching my freaking Camaro. We'll go touch the other car. We're not touching the Camaro when it snowed.
Well, see, my wife, and here's the hilarious part, right?
Right.
She had an 08 Mustang GT with a cam 4.6.
Oh, yeah.
5-speed manual, I kid you not, you could bury the speedometer in third gear.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was quick. It was a nasty car.
Sounds like it.
And she didn't have an issue in the snow, but my car, no.
Oh.
It had the biggest nightmare in the world in the winter.
Oh shit.
That thing legitimately, I'm going down the hill and I start going sideways and there's this van already up on the curb and I'm like, I'm gonna hit this damn van.
Oh shit.
Here goes my car. And then they're gonna blame me because I was driving this car in the winter.
Right.
And I was like, wait, what am I thinking? I am an idiot right now. I dropped it from fourth to second, ripped the emergency brake while the clutch was kicked in, throttle, and I just let off and counter steered. I swear to God, I had to have clipped the front bumper of that van with the rear bumper of my car. Like, it was... I will be honest, I lucked out and I got pulled over at the bottom of the hill by a cop.
Nice.
And he was like, I would give you a ticket, but that was some of the best driving I've ever seen.
I've done something similar. I had a Sunfire. I had a terrible car back in the day. I was an idiot kid.
Oh, I mean, it had the, what was it, a 2.2 liter in it?
Yeah, the Ecotech motor. Yeah.
I mean, you can't beat that motor, but the car itself was junk.
Oh,
yeah.
The Sunfire, Sunbird, and the Cavalier are all interchangeable parts.
No, they are. So is the Solstice
Yes,
as well,
yes,
and the Red Line.
yes.
They all had an
Yes.
Ecotech motor in them. But yeah, I almost hit a freaking WRX in the snow.
I think the only measurement it's off by is like a millimeter.
Right? Yeah.
And
What
a
happened
couple of
was,
bolts.
yep. What happened was we both went sideways. He was going, he started going, and then he started to stop. He went sideways, and I went sideways too. Luckily, I just counter steered like you said and pulled the e-brake and went, please don't break my car. I missed. We just looked at each other, shook our heads, and then because we had just stopped, like I was about a foot from hitting him, shook our heads, took off.
So, you ready for something crazy?
Yeah.
So speaking of General Motors vehicles, I'm sure you've heard of the Pontiac Fiero.
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Ghost Space Car. Yes.
So, did you know you can put an LS4 in one of those?
I would not be surprised. You'd be much
it'll
better than the exploding motor that's in those things usually.
But here's the crazy part. So, the front subframe is actually the front subframe out of, I want to say it's the Chevrolet Chevette.
Uh-huh.
And the rear subframe is actually the Chevrolet Citation.
Okay.
This car was legitimately a parts bin car. Like, Chevrolet was like, Pontiac, you don't get a budget for this car. You need to delve into the parts bins to make this car happen.
Right.
I have seen one of those things be an absolute monster on the track.
They're so light. Like the MR2 at that point.
And this guy had a small block Chevy, like a 350 in the back.
God damn.
I'm just sitting here and I'm like, this guy really took the time to buy that conversion kit to put a small block Chevy in the back of this car, and I'm just like,
It's
what
either
are
that or
you
having it
thinking?
catch the oil lines on fire when it leaks eventually.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong, sir.
It's like either get rid of the shit engine that likes to go kaboom, or go kaboom.
But they actually have a fix for that engine. It's the 2.8 V6.
Ah.
The valve covers would leak, and that's what would cause it to catch fire, because it would leak down onto the exhaust manifold, and the exhaust manifold would catch fire.
That's so bad. I cannot believe that.
So now they have an upgraded valve cover gasket that'll keep it from leaking.
That's sick.
Because apparently there's a whole cult following on that car, and people are starting to restore them.
Oh, it's kind of like, what is it called? Spitfires. Everyone was after those for a long time, too.
Yeah, I had a buddies who actually caught fire because no offense, Inky, but British car makers would rather spend time putting wood grain on a dashboard than work on their wiring.
I don't know if he's still there. You alive, Ink?
I will be right back. I need a snack or something. I gotta fucking run.
You good?
Alright, man. Like I said, I don't mean any offense by that, but it's the
I
God's honest
honestly
truth.
couldn't give two shits. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Alright.
I'm a Gundam guy, not a car guy.
I do.
Speaking of which, while I have the floor,
Yo.
Lad, you know the like weird G-Wrecker looking one in the new anime coming out, and the pink version of the main one, like the pink and grey one?
Yo.
I can officially open pre-orders for either one of those if you want to order any of them.
Ooh. At the moment,
And they'll
I
be
am
at
broke.
retail, by the way. Just a
Yeah.
heads up, they're at retail as well.
Nice. I wish I had money right now, but I am so broke. Luckily, Dust paid me the shipping to ship his kit back out.
Easy. I thought I'd just let you know in case.
Oh no, you're good. Yeah, no, because anybody else could also get on that too. Because you know that those are going to be gone by the second they go open the pre-orders up for them.
I also found out as well. I can afford to purchase apparently after doing some math. The high res powered red.
Oh, nice, dude.
And I'm really tempted to buy it. I'm not gonna lie. But at the same time, it's like, do I want to spend like $128 on a single kit?
If I would tell you, you probably should just get the 8814 instead. The reason why I say the 8814 is because you get the whole hilt and everything. You're not getting screwed out of not getting the whole model kit.
Yeah, it's a difficult one.
You also get both swords. You get the arms. You get the big sword. You get both stands for the sword and the kit. You really can't pass up the 8814 compared to the high res. I know the high res looks nice and it's new and it's Bandai. I can't be like, if you're really gonna be like really tempted to buy something and you're really not dead set on the high res, go with the daban instead. Because knowing you could probably get it about retail.
Probably.
Which is like 100, 120-ish. Sorry. No, I'm not going to say don't get it because I want one too, but I just don't have the money to pay $200 for that model kit right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
And you can't beat the look of the 8814. I mean, it's one of my sexiest kits I have on display.
I'm also looking at potential other perfect grade kits that I can afford as well.
What's your budget on perfect grades?
Well, I have 136 something to play with. That's also including shipping fees that I'd have to pay. So realistically, I can get a decent perfect grade for that kind of money.
You could probably pick up this one if you went through GMC.
I don't know if they ship to the UK though.
I don't. They should. They're international.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey, Dobbs,
Hey,
does
lovely.
GMC ships international, right?
Fuck if I know.
Oh, you don't know?
There's a couple places they don't ship to, but yeah, they do ship international.
What about the UK? Do they ship to the UK?
I think so.
Alright.
I think Canada and Mexico are the tricky ones. They're trying to work on being available for them.
Let's see what high grades they've got on here.
They got a lot.
They've basically got most of the Gundam base here.
Yo.
As much as I love seeing the beautiful blue legs from that astray frame, let's get some armor on those, man.
I'm trying. You have no idea how much this thing sucks.
Sir, I built the Nielsen Works.
This is not like the Nielsen Works at all. Not even close.
And like that, Amazon Japan has just thrown another thing at me that I'm tempted to purchase. Motherfucker.
No, the Nielsen
They've
Works
got-
builds like the Master Raid. Sorry, Ink.
That's cool. They've got the Owsler high grade big arm. Frickin' TR1.
Right. I wish it built like the Nielsen Works. The Nielsen Works is a dream compared to this one. I know what you feel.
I still can't believe your sponsor fucking gave that to you for free.
I can because I haven't talked to him in almost a month, so. And also, he hasn't been getting a whole lot of business online lately. I wonder why.
I think business would pick up if he got his website back up and running.
I know, right? I know.
You
You would
know.
think, you have an online store, you make money by selling model kits to dorks on the internet.
I mean, most of us are like introverts stuck in our house. Oh wait, no, that's just me.
I'd rather not leave my apartment. I'm sorry.
If I didn't have to go to work, I would be in my office.
Exactly.
Right. my office is actually my home because my shop is like 20 feet from my house.
I also like seeing prices before I go in and buy shit.
I agree.
I like going in with an open mind on how much money I'm going to be spending.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna check him out on Facebook because he was posting prices.
He does post some prices, but not all prices.
Yeah.
Mostly it was just for the what's it called? For the summer sale he had going on.
Yeah, and it ended yesterday.
Yep. So if you guys didn't get anything, I'm very sorry you didn't get anything. Because now everything's back up to retail.
Yeah, I'm not too awful worried about it because if it helps somebody out, that's what matters.
Right.
Guess I know what it's like to not get much business.
He was doing good, man. He was doing good, and then he stinked for a little bit. And I need him to get that website up. He needs to get it up. He needs to stop lollygagging on it and get it up. He's got some group of people working on it. And that's the kind of the problem I have with him sometimes, is that he's really hands off. He just hires people to do shit for him. Where someone like Leo actually does the work. Not to speak ill of him, but he does need to start doing stuff on his own.
I just want to come see this store in person.
Oh, it's so cool. He always has weird stuff in stock.
I'm watching the memorial sale picture or video from May 27th on Facebook, and it's just like, I want to go now.
Yeah, he had a ton of stuff. He still has a ton of stuff because he can't sell any of it right now.
Again, a website might help that.
Yeah, it really would. And see, look, Dobbs, this is the thing that sucks. So we had to make these separate side pieces have 3 to 5 different pieces on it just to get that on there. Why? Why? And this is just part 1 of 27 I have to still do for these legs.
Oh my lord.
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't know daban did a red frame Kai.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like the 8812 or something like that.
It's 8812, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Really
actually
random
based
question.
on the metal build, and it's the best version of the freaking goddamn tactical arms.
Yep, 8812 red frame Kai.
I have the actual Bandai version of that sword. That sword was over $100.
Oh my lord.
Check my budget real quick. so
Because
maybe
US
it'll
Gundam
help
had
you.
one in stock, and I was being a cheeky bastard and bought one for my freaking my high-res Red from Astray.
So, let's see. I'm just looking over online manuals for the daban kits right now.
That's why I know they're going to do a Dragonics. They've done every single one of them, except for the red. They haven't done the Red Dragon, technically.
No, they haven't.
But I don't think they will because it's not a metal build. It's an actual release kit.
So 8806 is the red frame with the flight unit. 8812 is the Kai, and then 8814 is the powered red. But what is... I'm trying to remember the model number for the Mars jacket.
It's a 6.6 number. It's one of their earliest ones.
Yeah, I want the daban 6623 Sinanju Steinverka. Because I can only find them, like the Bandai version from Japan, and it's like $160.
That is so
Let me see.
weird.
Wait, what, master grade, right?
Yeah, master grade Verka.
Give me 2 minutes.
And now
Is
Inky's doing his thing.
Because the
Well,
daban is $60.
You don't want the Stein Verka, you want the Stein narrative.
Good luck
I have the
finding
high
one.
grade Stein narrative.
No, but you want the master grade Stein narrative, you don't want the Verka.
Oh, you mean the one that people are scalping right now for like $250, $300?
It's a good kit, but it's not worth 200.
It's not. I should have picked one up when they were like 60.
Like I said, they're scalping it hard right now because it's an out of print kit.
Yep. And it's not going to be print for a long time because it's a Xeon kit.
From what I heard, they actually might be reprinting that one within the next year.
Interesting.
Cool. Within the next year, I'll see it when it's within the next year. Because I'll probably actually buy one.
The high grade narrative version was absolutely a wonderful build. It was a delight.
Yes.
The only thing
was.
I had to do to make it really nice is I had to cut the front and rear skirt pleats.
Yeah, you really do.
I do that with all my kits.
There are some of them that I can't, like the high grade
Uh-huh.
that thing. Oh my god! You know what? I'm not even gonna get started on that one. That was a disappointment.
Which one? The is it the build fighters or the regular?
It's the regular, but it's the one that you said builds just like the build fighters.
Yeah, yeah, and it's a terrible model kit.
Sorry to disappoint, but unfortunately I can't find the master grade for you.
Wow.
It's quite. I mean, that barely ever happens too. That's the crazy part.
That
like,
is
I can
so
mostly, like Vlad can vouch. I can find kits normally that are like.
No,
like,
that's
virtually impossible
scary,
to
Ink.
find.
That's scary. Because you know what? Guess who has one and has had it for a long time? Me.
Lucky.
I picked it up for $70 back in the day.
Really
Ever
random
since-
question, Vlad. Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ever since I watched Narrative, I fell in love with Stein.
Yep. Sorry, what were you saying, Ink?
Metal build red frame, yes or good or bad?
What do you mean?
Is it a good model?
Which one?
Are you gonna buy the band kit or are you gonna buy the metal build?
Straight up metal build.
You do know metal builds are just action figures, right?
Yeah.
You don't build them.
Oh, they're just. Oh, okay. So
They come straight out of the box. Yeah.
Oh, fuck that. That's boring.
Yeah. No, I have a metal bear. I have a metal bear
If
red
you
frame
want-
astray.
If you want a kit that looks like the metal build, go with
Daban.
daban.
Yep.
One thing I have found that's kind of surprising is I found the Master Grade Astray Gold Frame Special Coating from Gundam Explode 2017.
Ooh. I wouldn't buy
It's
it,
not-
but I mean, it'll be expensive.
Yeah, it's about the price of the metal build. I'm so sorry. Go ahead, my bad.
Oh well, I interrupted you. I apologize.
It's all good.
I was just gonna say, Vlad, would it be alright if I posted a link to that toy store that I found on
Oh yeah, you're fine.
AliExpress?
You're fine.
Where would you want me to put that?
Put it in Gunpla. Well, no, put it in relevant to stream. That way people can see it.
Because it's like I guess it's tied to the stream, so that's fine.
Yeah. Well, it's supposed to be a pretty good AliExpress store to go from what Casey's
Here's
been
one
telling me.
awakened from his slumber and beat us.
I ordered it. It's marketed on there as a Gal Gal camper, but it's actually the Go Go kit.
Yes, I need to get that at
And-
some point.
The way they packaged it, they paid the living crap out of this box. If it came apart, it was on the shipper's fault.
Right.
Nothing was damaged. I ordered it without the retail box, and they literally put it in a box that was just big enough to hold the entire kit.
That's sick.
So they really went above and beyond, and it took. I live on, like, in the middle of nowhere, eastern Kentucky, and it took them 2.5 weeks to get it to me.
Damn. That's not bad.
That sounds like GMC.
It is a Liga Toy Store on AliExpress.
I gotta order some stuff from them. They've got a Mars jacket for 100, and it's not too bad, and the blue frame for 70.
Tempted if I can find it to buy a Nielsen Works red frame perfect grade.
Oh,
They
they're
have
really
it.
good, dude. Yeah, but they're way out of budget on it. They're over $100 over retail.
Yeah, they're at $255.91.
Yeah, that's 100 over retail, which is way too much. If they were at 170, I would tell them to buy it because that would be about retail.
Yeah, like I just found one on Ali for like 250, and it's like Jesus Christ.
That's cheap
Yeah.
compared with what they were 2 years ago. 2 years ago, you would luckily get one for less than 700.
They've also got the green on here as well, by the way. I'm so sorry again.
Yeah, no, you're good.
They have the gray, red, blue, and green.
I mean,
No purple
250
frame,
isn't.
though.
Yeah, no one does Mirage.
Meh.
250 for the green.
Yes,
Yeah.
255.
That's cheap. Holy crap.
Do you want me to drop a link to the store so you can check it out?
I did drop a link. It is in relevant to stream.
No, to the alley store I found with the red frame and green frame.
Yeah, it should be should say Liga Toy Store.
Okay.
Dude,
Just type Gundam in and it'll
the,
bring everything up.
Yeah,
Then-
I recommend this guy. He's got like a 98.2% positive feedback, and most of them are like the dumbest, like negative feedbacks I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
No,
kind of
they-
like Amazon too, don't you? But like, you get feedback and it's just like, oh, it wasn't packaged perfectly by like a smidge. It's like, but that's probably not their fault though. Like,
Exactly.
it's like it's most likely just some guy who punted it mid shipping.
Right.
And like I said, the fact that they have the daban 6623 Sananju-Stein Verkov for $60 versus I think it's like 150 on eBay for the Bandai, you know which one I'm going with.
Yep.
I'm guessing anything that they claim is like Bandai original on Ali is not true, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
do not buy anything that's supposed to be an actual Bandai kit from AliExpress. It'll be a freaking
Good to know.
Goombla.
Well, like I
It's
said, this one
Goomba.
specifically says daban,
Mm.
and after building the Go-Go camper, I would not doubt it, especially with their feedback rating of all of these being authentic daban or Nielsen Works.
That's gonna be the day when we start seeing bootleg third-party kits. It'll be like, the fuck happened?
The
Bandai
So-
got
Unicorn perfect grade.
It's actually supposed to be really good.
You wanna know what I found it for? The band Unicorn.
How much?
$66.
You might as well buy it.
Is it actually real?
It's
though?
really good, and the wiring kit for it is like really good.
I'm saying, is it actually a real posting? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, it
It's
should be.
actually
That's how much
real.
they really usually sell them for.
Like here's
Really?
the daban Unicorn 6637. It's 44.92 on here, and I'm pretty sure they have a master grade full armor.
Yep. So
somewhere.
the only way daban gets expensive, Ink, is if you go for something like the one I'm building right now, which has shit tons of parts to it, or like the Exia Avalanche. The Exia Avalanche comes with the lighting kit, the Avalanche kit, all the armor bits, and the whole model kit for $250.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like a $600 kit if it was Bandai.
Like, Vlad, weren't you the one that said the Phoenix was really expensive for the Bandai?
It's like
Master grade?
$300 for the master grade.
And the daban one here is 53.42.
Yeah, knowing the band's quality, you might as well buy it.
And it is the electroplated finish on it as well.
And it might,
Wait, they have a freaking Tallgeese version 3 master grade for $14.
Don't. I would not.
That
Nah,
sounds like
no,
that sounds
don't.
like Goomba.
That's gonna be Goompla. You want to pay at least 30 for it.
It's the band model, apparently.
Yeah, but that's gonna be a fake listing. They're gonna kill you on shipping.
Yeah. You gotta
Oh
look
yeah,
at
shipping's
the
like $13, so that makes it 30 over.
I've heard the daban Tallgeese 3 is actually really good. It also comes with the effect part for the cannon.
Ooh, that'd be awesome.
I think for the moment I'm probably gonna limit myself to just building the arms for my kit bash in terms of third party.
I'm telling you, don't skip on these model kits, dude, because there's really rare ones that you're not gonna see again, and Bandai isn't making.
So I just found the daban Astray red frame with Mars jacket.
Yep, it's $100 right now,
Yep, 184.
which is not bad. About what I would pay Honored for that one he's got.
That thing is gorgeous.
It's neat. It's the last red frame I'm missing out of my collection. I have just about every single one of them.
Yeah, I ordered the 6637 Unicorn. It's it's daban's version of the OVA.
Yeah.
And
I
How much-
think it's gonna be pretty decent.
all the reviews I've read on it and watched, the only thing I gotta watch out for is that chest piece where the cockpit opens up.
Yeah,
It's
that's not too bad.
Typically, how much does the daban master grade high red, the freaking powered red cost normally?
About 160. I think it's going about 180 on that guy's set right now, which isn't too bad.
180.
So if it was just the powered arms and the sword that you were getting, which it was originally sold as, that retails for 80, but with the upgraded version, it retailed for 120. But that was that was when they first introduced the kit. But since it's gone over the years, it's increased in price. So if you can find it for 120, good on you. But you're usually going to find it for about 150 to 160 everywhere else.
Because I found it on this store that's got like 96.7 positive.
Yeah, you're literally looking at the store he's talking about, because I was literally looking at it.
£71 and 49 pence.
This one is actually 98, Vlad.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah,
If
that's
I can
why I
find
went with them.
Double
on a
check that it's got
trustworthy
the sword with
store.
it. It might not have it.
It does show it in the promo pictures.
Okay, then yeah, it should.
So the only variations in the sets for the powered red is unless someone went through the box and pulled the sword out, the sword always comes with it. What you're looking at, the difference in the kits is if it actually comes with the base red frame suit or not. That's the only difference.
Oh damn it! It comes with these like giant, like almost flick knife kind of things.
Those are actually what makes up the hilt.
Really?
Yes. Those are his supplemental weapons that you then form into the top part of the hilt.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
And then it comes with 2 katanas too.
Yep.
For the back.
Why do you think I said you should buy that one, Inky Boy?
I'm honestly tempted, but the shipping is ass on this store specifically.
No, the one that he showed you has free shipping.
Yeah, go to it's in the hidden, the relevant to stream.
All right, let me copy
Go down
paste.
there.
Here, I'll actually grab it real quick for him.
That's good. I've got the link. But thank you very much, good sir.
You know it.
I'm just trying to help y'all out.
Because if I can get it for like, I want to say, the only reason I'll like accept the price tag is if it's sort of within that sweet spot, I guess.
Right.
Where I can justify it, which it is. Okay, it's 96 on the dot, without retail box. But who gives a shit, right?
Exactly.
Because I'm not gonna keep the box anyway, so.
Yep.
Like I said, when they package those kits in the boxes that they ship them in without retail box, it is tight in there. Like you literally have to grab it and pull it out.
July 21st. That's not bad actually. I mean, I'm having. Okay, July 21st. That's fine.
And
Because I mean,
like I said, 98.2 positive feedback, and I was like, I was skeptical of AliExpress at first, but when I got a kit, I'm going to turn my video camera on. When I get a kit that looks like that.
Yeah, the Power Red's going 186 right now on that store, on League of Toy Store. It's not too bad.
Like, this is the Go-Go Camper. And this thing is just absolutely a unit.
Here, I'm listing that. That's the daban Power Red right there. Ink, I just listed it in relevant.
What, on the League of Toy Store?
Yeah. It's 180.
Yeah, looking at it right now.
The Tactic the Kai is 98. The Mars jacket is 100.
I'm just doing some quick maths because I had a thought and I want to see if it's right or not. Because in theory, I may still have money left over after buying this thing if I'm correct.
Yeah. God, this is the best version of the Kai. I wouldn't mind doing another one at some point, but I gotta get that red jacket first.
I'm just glad I was able to share this with you guys.
Right.
Yep.
You
I'll
know,
have 40 bucks.
After the luck I had with them, I would love to just share it with y'all.
Well, I've heard so many good things about the red jacket. Everyone gushes over it because it was one of the first bands that were really actually good, from what I've heard.
So I am gonna go and get that link from Discord on my tablet. Purchase a powered red master grade.
Dude, it's such a fun kit, but it's gonna take you a long time.
I don't honestly care because I looked at the high res and it's a nice looking model, but it's not a model, it's an action figure really.
Yes. Yes it is. Where this
But
one's
with
a
this, I
very
get,
high
like, the
quality
sword,
model.
Okay.
which when I get my
Okay,
office set up will look awesome in a display case.
Yep.
The other difference, which is actually a disappointing difference between the daban powered red and the high res, is that the high res replaces the arms completely with the gorilla arms.
Yeah, you don't even get the
Whereas-
regular arms. Yeah.
With the band.
Whereas the daban one, you can actually still utilize all 4 arms, and the gorilla arms are just an add-on, basically.
I actually have mine in 4-arm mode right now.
It's kind of like with that daban unicorn that I got. The fact that it comes with both the red and green inner frames was.
The band
amazing.
likes to put the additional parts in, yes, which is
Because then it makes
very
people
nice.
happy.
Like this one, you can make the second form or you can make the first form blue frame astray. Pick one.
Mm-hmm.
Or, from what you said, you can, repaint it and make it green frame.
Yes,
or
you
whatever.
can, or a mirage frame. Yes.
Which, in my opinion, is amazing.
Yep.
The Katana hilt alone makes me happy enough to buy this. I'm not gonna lie.
Ink, you've seen how big it is, right? You've seen me
Oh,
show it
yeah.
off. Yeah.
I'm looking in the image now. It's literally like you can hold it like a regular katana hilt.
No,
like
no,
it's
no,
a
no,
real
no,
one.
no. It's Odachi size to a human.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's 2 to 3 hands long.
The two-handed katana. Jesus Christ.
It's Odachi sized.
I was just waiting for Vlad to grab his to show you.
Oh, okay. Un momento. He
Let's
wants
have a
to
look.
see it. Gotta get out my toy. Move, Berserk Fury. You are in my way.
Yeah, a discount too. Yeah, I'm getting 25% off right
Nice.
now, which is cool.
Okay.
So it would have been
I'm so sorry, Berserk Fury.
128.06, but now it's 96.04. That's not bad at all. That's
Hell
a good
yeah.
sale. All right, let's
Yeah,
get this
I'm-
ordered before it
Have a
goes off.
summer sale.
I'm gonna order this before the sale ends, which is the 1st of next month. So might as well get that ordered now since it's basically almost there.
Okay, Ink. Yeah, here we go. Let me go to big boy mode. So we're in stupid mode. Let's go to big boy mode. Video. Okay.
Oh my. Oh, you get the shattered blade as well to go
Yes,
in it?
you do, and I will never put it in any other form but this one.
That is actually sick. What
This
the
took
fuck?
10 hours to build.
Is there any gluing required or
No.
no? All like Bandai just pushed together and away you go.
Yeah.
Alright. That's actually sick. The box must be fucking huge if that's how big that is.
The box, I had the retail and it was gigantic.
Oh my. I'm imagining the repackage is probably still going to be pretty big regardless.
It's still going to be a fairly large box, yes.
So even with VAT, because obviously they're legally required to charge me VAT, it comes to 115.26, which is still a decent price
You're
considering.
getting it cheaper than I bought it for, trust me.
Yeah, so I'm
I
gonna
paid
buy
160.
that. I mean, I'm still gonna have like what, $30 left over to spend on like plat plate and shit if I have to.
Give or take.
Yep.
46, take away 115, 26. 21
So-
bucks. Okay, I'll not buy.
You
I'm
will
gonna
not.
see-
You will not regret that purchase, boyo.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get it ordered.
I'm gonna see just how far I can take the entry grade new Gundam. How
Yo.
detailed.
But I do want to check something first though, just before I click the old pay button. When will I get it by? 21st of next month. That is really not bad. Oh my god. Alright.
Yeah, mine's the 23rd.
Oh shit, okay. So we're gonna get it roughly around the same time.
Well, I'm looking at getting the Sinanju Stein, just because I'm kind of on a whole Xeon kick right now.
That's fair.
You need to get the
I've sort
Egr
of
Valve then.
reignited. I've honestly
I was-
reignited my love for strays recently, thanks to Vlad.
Hi,
It's good for that.
I'm the Astray King.
I'm actually looking at the Yagdogo Red.
Ah, you're gonna buy the Quest.
I just want it because I like the red look.
Yeah, but you know what everyone's gonna say? Oh God, it's Quest.
It's quite-
You,
quite
you
sick,
mean
yeah.
Jason?
Yeah, Jason's gonna have a fit.
Everybody loves Quest. What do you mean?
Yes, the most irritating except for frickin' Hathaway and frickin' goddamn Amuro.
I'm gonna be honest. I couldn't say that with a straight face.
I don't know if Amuro was as annoying as what was his name? Banger Links.
Benager, yeah, no, they're about the same. God damn, I hate Benager.
Benager
just,
was
like,
absolutely
Let's
annoying.
fight. Like, his whole thing is literally just like, they're like, hey, here's this like really cool Gundam, go pilot it. And he's just like, I don't want to fight, you fight, you fight.
Sinji, get in the fucking Ava.
And then like freaking Bright just pimp slaps him and goes, bitch, people are dying for the sake of you, fucking do something about it. And he's like, I don't want it.
You know what the rest of us would have done? We would have been like, yeah, okay, fine. Big model, big robot, let's go.
I would have just been like, okay, take off his biometrics, it's mine now, he's fucking useless.
Yeah, but it's part of my property, okay, bye.
So now, in a few weeks, I'll be in a proud owner of that kit. So, yeah,
I'm sorry.
Why are you apologizing?
Because I'm making people spend money.
It's fine. I already told you I was planning on buying something tonight. I just didn't know what until I saw that. So now I know.
Yeah. You'll never want to make. You're never gonna let that model kit have that sword. I will tell you that right now. You're gonna be like hippity hoppity. I'm the Gundam now.
What I might do when I put it on display in my display case is get an actual proper like katana like hilt stand.
It actually has a hilt stand in it.
Oh shit, really?
Yes, there are two different versions of displaying it. You have the model where it's vertical, and you can do it also horizontal with basically, what is a katana stand?
Oh yeah, isn't it like I suppose it's like a thing in Japan where it's like, if you have the blade facing up, it means you're not at war, and then if you have it facing down, it means you're at war or something like that.
Something like that.
Because it means if it's facing down, it means you can grab it quicker to attack people, but if it's facing up, you have to like flip it around.
Yeah.
I think that's backwards. I think up is hostile, down is just peaceful.
It could be
You know
because
what,
you're
that
not
probably
in an
makes more
active
sense.
stance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because to actually draw a katana from, the blade arching, with the arch up, you would actually have to pick it up and physically pull the sword from the sheath.
Yeah.
What they've said this order will ship within 7 days is honestly mind blowing to me.
They shipped mine in like 24 hours.
You reckon I'm gonna go to bed and then wake up and just be like, so by the way, your astray powered reds, it's on its way.
Probably.
There's a strong possibility on that one, unless where the sale's going on they get backed up a little bit, which is a good possibility as well. Because that's a good sale.
I am excited.
And I'm dead in the water for buying kits right now because I can't do anything until I sell that PG.
If I had the extra money right now, man, I'd be sending it to you.
Exactly.
I just wish that thing wasn't worth so much money. That's the problem with that damn kit.
What specifically perfect grade out of curiosity?
PG Red Frame Kai.
Yeah. I'll do that to you.
It builds the same way this one does, which is horrendous, but $400.
Oh my.
Yeah, I have one. I bought it when it first came out. I still stand by it's a terrible model kit at $400.
Yeah, that seems like a massive ripoff.
You don't get nothing. You get the Kai sword. That's it, and some really terrible freaking katanas.
No other goodies.
No, not really. I would grab the katanas, but Power Red is using them as his freaking play toys right now. They're really wide and they're really ugly.
Really random question.
Yeah.
Did they base this on the high res, or did they just make this kit from the ground up?
They based this on the no grade.
There's a no grade?
Well, the no grade Astrays.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say.
Are you talking about my kit or the one that you're getting?
Oh no, the Bandmaster grade.
No, it's based on the metal build.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
That's
literally a
nice.
one-for-one copy of the metal build.
The color
So-
separation is really good.
That's why it's based on the metal build.
For the Astrays, at least, daban takes the Bandai metal builds basically and reverse engineers them to make them into plastic kits.
That's really honestly, like, Ali is a secret that I didn't know existed until literally a day ago. That's funny.
Oh, we've all known about AliExpress. It's just the reputation that comes with it.
In the span of 24 hours, Vlad has persuaded me to spend the best part of $150 with them.
Yep. Ink, if I had not built that model kit already and had a wonderful time with it, the only thing I will tell you to do is pay attention when you build the powered arms. There is a sliding mechanism in it that you want to pay attention to, and don't overcut. Undercut all of your stuff. because if you overcut on it, you might cut something. I did cut one of the sliders a little bit too short, but other than that, I've played with that kit enough. And I still don't even want to do decals on it because with that good heavy panel lining, I just turn around and look at it and go, I love it. I don't hate the build. I loved the build. Especially when you get to the sword. The sword's at the very fucking end. And when you start building it, you're like, oh, this can't be fun. Oh, this is too much fun because it just gets bigger and fucking bigger. And you're like, how the fuck big is this going to get?
To be fair, the one in the promos doesn't even really have that many decals on it anyways.
Yep.
It literally has like the little bit of script above like the right knee and then some red line orb logos. That's literally it. So realistically, you could get away without any decals on it because the color separation looks like it's
dude, I look at it and I go, really don't know if it needs decals.
I don't think it does personally.
King needs decals, but not powered. Powered doesn't need it. It's the color separation is amazing.
Is your King Astray a resin conversion by any chance?
No.
Because I saw a resin conversion kit called King Astray yesterday, and I thought that was what you were building.
Nope. My King is because of the fact he has a red dragon backpack, which has the Katowices. The King Dragon swords that will be on the backside as well, which are... have you seen those before, Ink?
I don't think I have.
Here, I'll grab them.
Honestly, I'm just hyped to build a non-Bandai kit that isn't a frame arms. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, I built a frame arms kit from Kodo, and I was not impressed.
So, DL made these. Or Red Frame.
Very nice. Perfect grade scale, right?
No, this is high grade. I mean master grade.
I was gonna say high grade shit. Tell me where I want to buy them.
No, these are master grade, and you can't get these for less than $70 now.
Worth it though.
Oh, they are so worth it. I bought 4 kits. I bought 2 blues and 2 reds because I knew I was gonna do something with them.
You know, I was quite impressed with the high grade Blue Frames tactical arm.
Oh, is it really that good?
What, Bandai or daban?
Bandai's high grade.
I will admit it is really good actually. It even transforms without like parts, doesn't it? It's not a parts forming weapon.
This is
cool.
the high grade Vlad.
Oh, one second, I'm not actually on Discord. I'm gonna track it. Where is the?
Really not bad.
All right, let me pull you up. Oh, that looks nice.
With some custom painting, you could totally persuade someone to think it's a real grade weapon.
Oh, that is nice. If you could get your hands on the real grade blue frame without spending an arm and a leg.
Yes, I've
and
seen
then
it
of
for
course
a kidney recently.
Oh, that's neat. So you can even do the Kai Delta on it then too.
the Gatling gun.
Yep. And it folds into, I call it B form, but I can't remember exactly what the form's called.
The only thing I have issues with is these little blue pieces right here.
Ah, yeah.
They want to come off.
Yes, they do that on all of the versions. I am scared of the perfect grade coming soon.
I really need to adopt the band's policy when it comes to like included shit with kits.
They really do. And hello, AJ.
Hi.
Hello. You doing better today?
I guess.
That's at least a better answer than the last 2 days.
Definitely.
Well, other than the fact I was late to work.
Ah, that happens.
We hit traffic.
Yeah. And traffic's only going to get worse leading up to the holiday.
My favorite part of the high-grade blue frame kit was the daggers.
Oh, the armor schneiders is what they're called.
Yep.
They're called hippity hoppity strike. You don't need these. I'm going to make them better.
Exactly. And instead of being hidden in the side of his waist, they're out in plain view for everyone to see.
See,
he's like, yeah, I got
Casey, I love how you're like, Astray isn't that powerful, but yet Astray is that powerful when you look at them.
No, I say Astray is powerful because it literally steals whatever it needs to get powerful.
And that's what M1s can do too. Oh my god, I love how M1s can do that as well. It's like, why?
Awesome.
See, I will always say that I'm a huge fan of Strike Gundam, but I know it's like the weakest main pro tag suit ever devised because it runs off battery.
Also, the OS before Kira did his whole like, "Wow, this is shit. Let me fix it in a couple minutes." Thing was
a couple seconds.
A couple seconds, rather. Like the fact that if he wasn't around when that happened, they would have definitely taken the strike.
Oh yeah.
Because there's no way in hell that Ramius would have gotten away with it.
Yeah.
And
well, then you get.
I'll say Zaf did them better. I mean, the Freedom Gundam with its nuclear core and everything.
Then you get low. Then you get low over here who can throw a freaking Baku head on an astray arm and have it working in seconds.
Yeah, he's like, and almost kill one of his friends at the same time too.
Yeah.
Man is so skilled. He can kill someone without even trying to kill someone. It's great.
He can hack into a space station's power supply and then convert it for Red Frame's ability when he gets trapped in there because the Red Frame ran out of power because they were just doing a delivery.
Now, by the way,
I will be buying
Older's ship, Vlad.
Oh, nice.
I will be buying a high-grade Astray Red Frame to do the green frame conversion because, like you said, it's just a recolored red frame.
Yeah.
I mean, I can get you the actual green frame for the same price as red frame from Amazon Japan.
You can get it for like $20.
Pretty sure.
Oh shit.
Give me a couple seconds.
Because I didn't want to do the no grade, I wanted the high grade version because I feel like the high grades build better.
They do. They're a lot more sturdy.
I've heard that.
This high grade blue frame, I gave 20. I think it was like $24.95 for it before tax.
Hell, I can even get you the PMC custom pink astray.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Green frame.
I don't want to say it, Vlad, but I've got to. Are they trying to make the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers out of the Astray? Like,
no.
Seriously?
No.
Never
just...
say the word Power Rangers and Astray in the same sentence. It's like his Hulk trigger.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying because they have the pink frame now. They have the green frame. They have the blue frame. They have
the pink frame was just a promo thing. It wasn't. It's not actually in canon.
Okay, I was gonna say. I was like, please don't tell me that.
No, but then you have the turn delta, the fake astray. You have the turn red, the out frame, which is a converted converted civilian astray frame, and there's a bunch of other ones out there.
No, the out frame is the overhauled. Oh shoot! Now I'm forgetting the name of it. It's the red. It's the red one. What is it?
Ignore me, by the way. Go for the red frame, then just repaint it because originally it was 22, I think, but they've put the price up because there's only one left.
Makes sense.
It's like 40, 48 now, US.
But the only reason why I brought it up because when he said, pink frame, I was like, they have the Amatsumena, the Amaterasu, so you have technically black, white, red, blue, green, pink.
And then purple.
Yellow.
Mirage exists.
Oh, I know Mirage exists, but if you're talking Power Rangers, those are the colors of the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
That's why I brought that up.
Purple Power Ranger. Did you never watch Power Rangers Mystic Force? That was a purple one.
No. I'm
Jungle Fury. That was a purple one in that as well. Those two are like my childhood Power Ranger shows, to be fair. I also watched Wild Force.
Shows how young you are, Inky.
Wild Force was a good Power Ranger show.
Nah,
they
I
had like the
Wild.
little marbles with the Megazords in them.
Dino Thunder was also pretty decent.
Dino Thunder, bro, that had the best theme song.
I stopped paying attention after Ninja Storm.
Ninja Storm was good too.
Was great.
I'm
I
lucky
love
enough
to
to
really
say I've
talk
met
to
JDF in person.
Nice.
Okay, so
no,
so
I will not go to sleep.
The out frame is a rebuilt Testament.
Okay, so it's not an actual true astray then.
No, it's not. I forget who it is that assembled it, but they took literally most of the out frame is all the parts they could scavenge from the Testament after its transport craft was destroyed.
And Lo went hippity hoppity, my property.
I am so tempted to pick up the daban 6619, the new Gundam, to see if it builds any different from the Bandai one.
More than likely it doesn't. It's going to be the same copy. as the Verka.
I want to see if it go together better or worse, because I had some small issues with the Bandai one. I will not lie.
Trust me,
They were
I'm the
easy
biggest
to
hater
hold.
on it, so I know.
I think I'm gonna dip Gentleman because it is very, very.
Have a good night, Inky.
Yeah,
Have a
we
good one, guys.
might do that watch stream real quick after I get this armor on, because I'm getting a little bit tired myself.
Okay, so I might stick around then because anime is fun. And
No,
I
no,
like
no, no,
Gundam.
no. I'm gonna torment them by making them watch that video.
What video?
You know what video?
Mr. Primer.
Oh, please don't. I have PTSD. All I can say is there is a special place in hell waiting for him the moment he dies. And do you know what they're gonna do? You know, like the Homer Simpson thing where they fed him like donuts over and over
They're just
again.
gonna prime him.
They'll prime him and then stick him in a PC case with poor airflow.
Alright. Just got a few pieces to put on here.
And every time he complains, a taser attached to his balls will shock him.
And yet, do you know I was getting death threats for that? So it's like, shit.
He's a piece of shit. He should be getting death threats. He's ruined a perfectly good fucking Gundam kit.
I know.
Like, it wasn't like it was a 1.0 where people would be like, oh, okay then, that's fine.
No, the
He did it to
3.0.
a 3, which is the latest incarnation of the Master Grade freaking Granddaddy.
Yeah, that's a $90 Gundam kit, yes.
What pisses me off though is he goes, oh, it's a better color scheme. It's like, it's grey, you lazy motherfucker. You just got a rattle can.
Don't ruin it for Casey, because I don't think
primed it.
Casey's ever seen this video.
Casey's gonna explode with rage when he sees it.
Yeah, when we put this piece on, we'll watch. It's like 20 minutes long.
It is the most infuriating shit.
It really fucking is.
So this is kind of in regards to the conversation that originally Joey and I started, but I really wouldn't cross out the no grade 1/100 Astrays.
No.
Because those are still decent kits. I think unfortunately mine, just for whatever reason, the plastic didn't age well, but for what they are, they're really good kits.
From what I've heard, yes. I mean, why do you think I want the Mirage frame?
And the was it the 1/12 scale figures you get with them?
Yes.
Are really neat too.
They're sought after like crazy. You have no idea.
Guess what? I got my delivery estimate from Amazon Japan order, Vlad. Bear in mind it just shipped today, right?
Yeah.
When do you think it's coming?
Not anytime soon.
Friday.
No shit.
So 3 days. 3 days from Japan. But something
Yeah.
I order on, Amazon UK could take like over a week. Even though I have Prime.
That sucks.
And it's like I can straight up, if say I had a craving for some Pokemon merchandise.
Yeah.
I could go onto the official freaking Pokemon Center store, which as you know, Vlad, I have done twice already.
Yep.
And buy one of their really massive like Pokemon plushies because I'm really into like the fluffy ones.
Right. Do you
And
use
I would get
any
it
armored
within,
Kodo
like,
paints?
2
No, I
days.
do not. King of Wolves. I actually don't do a lot of painting. I do a lot of just heavy detailing. And we're actually going to end stream for tonight here. We'll be back tomorrow night with more. I might continue also getting some of these done a little bit later off stream, but we will see about then.
I mean, Dubsy, your Buster came in like 3 days, I think, didn't it, to Canada?
Something like that, yeah.
Like Amazon Japan is like my favorite, best kept secret when it comes to like Gunpla and other shit that I want to buy.
I'm an idiot and should not have started with this portion yet.
Say the Amazon here in the U.S. is absolutely terrible.
Oh, it's
'cause,
so god awful. Okay, let me see where if I can throw some of these guys too real quick.
I gotta ask you,
Raid.
Vlad, what did you pay for your new Gundam?
Oh, unfortunately, I have to tell you, it was a new old stock sale. Oh, Cass is streaming. So I paid $65.
Oh, right now they have it for 120 on Amazon.
Yeah, I paid 65. I even made a TikTok on it telling everyone to go buy it right now. Because it was $65.
I mean, this kit was given to me by Amber Turd.
Ah.
You know who I'm referring to?
Yes, we do.
And I didn't pay anything for it, so I had no.
I'll be
qualms
right
about
back.
building
I'm gonna
it.
go let my dog out.
You're good. We're gonna
But-
get set up for that in a second here. Okay, everyone, I'm gonna throw you over to Cassie's playing some Rise, which sounds fun. I wish he would have asked me to come with him, but that's fine. Go have fun with Cass.
But yeah, I probably would have never bought New Gundam for a car. if-
Yeah, it was